And a very pleasant, good Friday evening, Indian fans. Welcome back inside the Buck Van Huss Dome, where tonight it's doubleheader action for you. It's the Greeneville Lady Devils and the Greeneville Greene Devils here to challenge your Dobyns-Bennett Lady Indians and Indians. Great non-conference basketball action. And the last non-conference games of the year before we dive into District 1 4A play next week. Lots to get to here on the Coach Bill Francis pregame report. We'll have a look at both squads, look at some key matchups, key stats, and of course, your starting lineups as well. We're back in 2 minutes. This is Dobyns-Bennett Lady Indian Basketball on ESPN Tri-Cities. Check. All right, welcome back to the Buck Van Huss Dome. Mark Howerson, Steve Wilmoth alongside. It's been a bit since we've had the pleasure.
We have.
Of bringing you Dobyns-Bennett basketball, particularly Lady Indian basketball.
We have not. Let's see, when was the last time we did the Lady Indians? It was before Christmas, I guess, was it not?
I believe so.
It's been a couple of 3 weeks. Lady Indians playing pretty well. 11-5 overall. Coach Francis has them going. Pretty young team, but a team that's really come together nicely with their guard play. And but they've got a matchup against this Lady Greene Devil team that is always well prepared, well coached, and another good one here tonight. And with a transfer in from Crockett, we would expect them to be well challenged here at the Dome for the Lady Indians.
It's a Lady Greeneville team coached by Ann Watts, Annette Watts, who's been here and done that for a while. Got some great basketball teams down there. 11-8 on the campaign. Not very deep. They only play predominantly five kids. Meanwhile, for Dobyns-Bennett, Coach Francis is going to run out there 10 or 11. We'll see how it plays out on this big court.
Well, you know as well as I do, when you get to this place here at the Dome, if you're not real deep and you've got a team like the Lady Indians who can run it and like to shuffle in and out, like to change defenses, like to play a high tempo, you can get worn down if you're not playing well, and that's what I fully expect this Lady Indian team to try to do here this evening. And people don't realize they come into this place and they look around and they say, wow, this place is huge, and it is. But even more than that, the court is it's an NBA-sized court. And so the high school-sized courts are much smaller, both in terms of length and width. And when teams don't have a lot of depth, they have a tendency to struggle. And sometimes early on. Sometimes they don't get their wind right away, and that can be a real advantage for the teams that are used to it.
course, you mentioned the transfer for Greeneville. That's Briley Tullock, who came from David Crockett, a team in the Lady Pioneers that won over 30 games last year, made it to the Class AAA state sectionals, lost to Cott County. She scored her 2,000th career point earlier this year. She's probably up over 2,300 by now, so she can certainly score the ball, but she does it in all facets. She does a lot of rebounding, a lot of assists. Maria Lyde does the same thing. Julia Woolsey. All those three right there put a lot of numbers up in a lot of different categories.
Yeah, and this year, I think, though, this team for the Lady Indians is much better prepared, much more ready defensively than last couple of years. Why? Because they're able to guard the ball a lot better. Their guard play is much more diverse. They're quicker. They're more active. They can really put the pinch on the ball at the top. And when that happens, that really imposes a problem on the opposition, not being able to get into their offensive flow like they normally would. And I'm sure Coach Francis has a defensive plan that's ready for that against this fine Lady Greene Devil team. And then that allows the wings to be able to get into the passing lanes and to prevent some of those, those wing shots, those wing plays, to be ready for those perimeter plays. So this team is really deep at the point guard and the two guard. They're deep, and it's a team that we haven't really seen in terms of a roster quite like this in a number of years. I'm not sure that Coach Francis has had one this deep at the guard since he's been here, and I know he's really excited about it because they're going to be around here for a while.
Greeneville on the year has had some impressive wins. First of all, they've lost to Bearden twice. Bearden, the 4A school, one of the top girls teams in the state, with the University of Missouri signee. They've lost to Sevier County twice. Sevier County, the Lady Bearettes, we know how good they are. We've faced them many times in the postseason. Also lost to Maryville. Lost to Westridge by 17 the first meeting, but then won the second meeting. And I think maybe most impressive to me was the 80-72 win over Albertville, Alabama, and the Andrew Johnson Bank Ladies Classic. Albertville has a Mississippi State signee that they beat in that one. And then lost to Farmington, Arkansas by 17 and later in that tournament. So they played some really good teams. They've beaten Science Hill. They've beaten Morristown West, beaten Morristown East, beaten Abingdon, Virginia. And Abingdon, Virginia's got a North Carolina State signee as well. And beat North Hardin, Kentucky. So it's 11-8, but you got to consider the schedule. They played pretty tough.
Yeah, they've played a really difficult, deep schedule. And we talk about our depth, and it looks like Ashland Chapel won't be in uniform again tonight. I'm not sure exactly when she's due back.
2 weeks.
Two more weeks.
Yep,
okay. So that does hurt our guard depth a little bit, but we're still. You've got Ariana Thomas, Craddock, Eden Craddock, who's starting to really develop out there. Malia Brown, Aslan Brown. That just goes on and on in terms of what goes on out in the perimeter. Sally McReynolds really has benefited greatly from the point guard play. Last year, she had to handle the ball quite a lot. It really kind of hurt her in terms of what she really likes to do, and that's go to the perimeter, have the ball in her hands to be able to shoot it, deliver it, score it. And then, of course, you've got the freshman Reese Hazelton, who just continues to impress with her offensive ability. She can score it three ways, and we've talked about that. Her ability to develop that mid-range shot to go along with what we've all known as her ability to shoot the perimeter. And now she's even developing a little bit of a post play as well. And Camilla Moore coming off the bench, doing a really good job rebounding the ball. You've got Samara Horton, who's been in the post some, and kind of a player that isn't real flashy, but you turn around and every night it's 6, 7, 8 rebounds and does that solid. That it's kind of unimpressive to watch, not real flashy, but when you look at the numbers, it's statistics that a coach loves to have. Just battles the boards. And then you've got the perimeter play of Baker and Mary Kate Lively, and there's certainly some others that this team is really deep. And just kind of what you alluded to is Coach Francis not afraid to use them.
Absolutely not. We've not had a Dobyns-Bennett game, Mark, since December the 16th down at Cherokee.
It's been a while.
Lady Indians played in the Doc Maples Holiday Hoops in Bristol that next week. Later that same week, beat George Witt 64-49. Lost to Tennessee High 59-45. Beat that Abington team 60-50. Then went to the Hilton Sandestin Classic down in, I guess that was close to Destin, Florida, that area. Somewhere down in there. Close to where Coach Francis' daughter now works in the Jacksonville area, by the way. Told me the other night, Meg. Beat Lambert, Georgia, 58-45. Lost to Franklin out of Tennessee, 45-37. And then they were outscored by Knox Central in the last game down there, 21-0 in the first period. And then lost by 19. Since then, they've come back. Won last Saturday at AC Reynolds, 62-56. And won Wednesday night at Gate City, 45-30. Gate City in that small gym over there, they really packed it in a zone, a rare zone employed by Kelly Housewright. Dobyns-Bennett had some nice contribution from kids off the bench. Mary Kate Lively came in and hit 3 threes in the second half, scored 9 points, really gave them a big lift against that zone defense.
Well, and she's certainly capable of doing that. And she's had her moments where she's really been able to deliver that perimeter shot. In fact, I think there have been times when Coach Francis has brought her out on the floor specifically to deliver that perimeter shot in certain situations. So she's a lefty and can load it and deliver it. And she's got some range too. So even when the defense is a little bit wide, she's not afraid to pull the trigger. I think one of the keys tonight is whether Coach Francis is going to be willing to kind of shift the defenses. Remember kind of a year or two ago, I mean, they would come out and they would, in the first quarter, you'd see 3 or 4 different defenses. Presses, 1-3-1s and 2-3s and man and traps. And I think against a team that is not quite as deep, that can wear on you, not necessarily physically, but can wear on you mentally. And when you've got a team that has the ability to score it, like this Lady Devil team does, if you can affect them in terms of confusion, that might be able to have some effect on them. And then if you can turn it around and score it yourself in your half court, then that might be, that could be the difference as the game progresses. So it will be interesting to see if the trust factor is there for Coach Francis as this game develops, to see if he's willing to do that against this really, really good Lady Devil team.
You're hearing the broadcast tonight on ESPN Tri-Cities, 1400 AM in Kingsport and 94.3 FM in Kingsport, and around the world on ESPNTriCities.com. You can also see it on the Dobyns-Bennett Athletics YouTube page. Mark and I on the call for that tonight. Appreciate the Dobyns-Bennett Sports Administration staff allowing ESPN Tri-Cities to be that audio call for the live video tonight here from the Buck Van Huss Dome. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back with starting lineups and tip. Dobyns-Bennett and Greeneville. You'll hear it next right here on ESPN Tri-Cities. All right, welcome back to the Buck Van Huss Dome. Both teams retreating to their respective benches following a somewhat lengthy pregame. I'm surprised we're a little bit behind schedule that they went a full 15 minutes on the clock during the warm-ups.
Well, we're right at 30 minutes behind because of the JV game that got started really late.
Yeah, I think they actually didn't play a JV girls game. I think they played freshman boys.
Well,
and then JV boys. Because
I got here right at 5, and the game didn't start until after that. So,
well, I got here and their boys were on the floor, so I thought the JV game was already underway. I didn't know it was the very end of the freshman game.
Yeah.
Here's the starting lineups for tonight's game. First of all, for the Greene Devils, a senior point guard, Matea Greene. Also starting, a senior shooting guard, Jordan Swatzel. Then comes senior small forward, Brawley Tullock. Out next will be a sophomore, point guard, shooting guard, Julia Woolsey. And Maria Lyde, a junior power forward for the Lady Greene Devils. So Gray, Swatzel, Woolsey, Lyde, and Tullock. And now the lights dim for your Dobyns-Bennett Lady Indians. Head coach Bill Francis is 11th year, I believe, on the bench.
That's amazing. I'll tell you what, time needs to slow down.
Yes.
I remember when he was on the bench with Charlie Morgan.
Yeah. Out first for Dobyns-Bennett, senior Carly Craddock. Also starting will be Malia Brown, a junior. Sally McReynolds, also a junior, the small forward. Freshman, Reese Hazelton. And down low, Camilla Moore. Same starting lineup that Coach Francis went with at Gates City on Wednesday.
Okay, so Camilla's been coming off the bench earlier on in the season, but earning her spot in the starting lineup. Can't say I'm totally surprised. She's been playing really well in those games that we did, I guess from mid-November until the 16th of December, which has been our last game. So good for her earning that spot. She's going to be needed on the boards here tonight, because the one thing that we can't do is allow the Lady Devils those second chance opportunities, as good as they are offensively.
The Lady Devils in predominantly black uniforms, trimmed in green and white. Big white numerals, easy for me to see.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to have to get my act together. This is the first time in quite a while where I've had to do my own stats.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you've been spoiled.
Been freeloading here for a while. Huh?
Tullock kind of running the point here for Greeneville. She'll be checked by Brown. Tullock off the screen is Woolsey. Woolsey out top to Lyde. Left side Tullock and then down low. This is Woolsey in the paint. Trying to get a shot off over Craddock. Does so and scores. Julia Woolsey on the board. You recognize the last name, yes?
I do.
We'll have another one in the boys' game as well. Craddock driving in the corner to Brown. Brown out top to Hazelton. Hazelton drives down the left-hand side of the lane, lost the ball. Out of there comes Matea Gray. Gray leaves it for the trailer Woolsey on left wing. Back out top, long three coming up. Left wing's going to be too long by Swatzel. Rebounded, and it will be McReynolds who will win the battle down low. McReynolds long pass in front court to Hazelton, who tipped it last. Oh, they say it went off Greeneville. I thought she might have tipped it one time over there on the sideline. Officials say no, it stays with Dobyns-Bennett. Hazelton throw it inside front court into Craddock. Craddock checked by Gray. Driving on Gray, back to Hazelton. In the left corner, this is Brown, drives baseline. Brown runs into Lyde, gets it out to Carly Craddock, quickly to Moore. Moore down short corner, McReynolds. Nowhere to go, she'll bring it back out, they'll swing it back around. Brown driving, had it knocked away, stolen by Lyde. Maria Lyde, 2-on-1, gives it to Tullock for the layup, good.
Well, 2 turnovers.
Yep.
One thing you just can't do against this team. They're too good offensively. The tip and the steal by Lyde.
Craddock kicks it to Hazelton corner, no good. Rebound Tullock. Tullock in transition to Lyde. Lyde in the paint, goes left-hand layup, good by Maria Lyde. It's 6-0, and Dobyns-Bennett wants a 30-second timeout.
Yeah, 6 quick ones right there. Really good ball movement by the Lady Devils, and really not really bad ball movement by the Lady Indians. Just a couple of turnovers on some back tips. But they're able to finish their shots, and we only get one on our own. And kind of an in and out three, but just got to be very mindful of where they are. They really like to use the screening, kind of a motion offense, where a lot of their screening comes from elbow to elbow on the free throw line and inside that paint. And if they lose you, they're going to get open, as Lyde did there on that easy bucket.
So 6:21 to go, first quarter, 6-0 Lady Greene Devils out of the timeout. Craddock drives, going to get all the way in the paint, kicks it back over to Brown. Brown in the paint now, ran into Lyde, took an extra step, no whistle. Brown fighting for her own rebound, got it. And then it's nearly stolen away over there by Gray. And they say Gray was on the sideline. So Hazleton will throw it in for the Lady Indians. Hazleton into McReynolds. McReynolds driving. McReynolds. That could be a charge, and it is.
Yeah, she's got to recognize that sooner. It's a third turnover, as Lyde was just standing there in that right low block, and very well set. That's the right call there.
Yep.
Got to see that a little bit earlier and then kind of pull up and shoot the little floater.
The Indians look like they're in the zone now, Mark.
Yeah, and I kind of like this move. I was hoping that they would have changed their defenses on occasion to give them a different look. And yeah, nice steal there by Craddock.
By Craddock out top. Craddock with no numbers, going to take it in anyway, and had it knocked out of bounds.
It's a very quick Lady Devil team, so they can get to the passing lanes. They can get to the shooters. I'm not sure how well the ball screens are going to work, particularly if they switch.
Hazleton lobs it to Craddock, back to Brown. Brown spinning through traffic, knocked away, trapped in a deep corner. Still trapped, gets it to Craddock, but not before she's called for a travel.
Yeah, she got into that right deep corner and pulled up her dribble, only because she had to chase it. She lost the dribble, chased it, a little bit out of control, and didn't have any choice but to pick it up. And then the trap occurred, and she's reaching, stretching around the defender to get the ball to a teammate. She pulled up that pivot foot, and that's fourth Lady turnover.
Mary Kate Lively in the game for Dobyns-Bennett out top. This is Swatzel to Woolsey. Woolsey, a bounce pass to Tulloch in the lane, and a travel called on her.
Now they're getting the ball in the middle. They're getting the ball where they want it, and that's in and around the paint. And then they've got open perimeter if they need it. But right now, they're able to score it in and around the basket.
McReynolds to Lively to Craddock. Hazleton out top. Hazleton to Lively. She's going to fire a three. Shot by Lively, too strong. Rebound Moore fighting with Lyde. Lyde saves it, but it's taken away by McReynolds. McReynolds back out to Hazleton. Catch and shoot three by Reese, no good. Rebound ball on the floor. Who wants it? It's tipped to Craddock. Craddock's driving layup is good. And Craddock finally puts Dobyns-Bennett on the board 3.5 minutes into the first period. Tulloch, nobody's going to pick her up. She's going to pull up and shoot a three, no good. Ball is tipped to Woolsey, and a Woolsey's follow. Actually, I think that was Gray. Gray with the follow, yes. And it's 8-2. Craddock, Lively in the corner, off her fingers, out of bounds. Turnover, Lady Indians. Afton Baker coming in to relieve McReynolds.
And just not a good pass there by Craddock. Lively was kind of open there in the corner, but she got that pass too deep into the corner towards the baseline, and Lively not ready for it. She was more in a position to score, to shoot.
Lyde, little 14-foot jumper right from
you got to come out there and greet her. She's right inside the free throw line on that right elbow, wide open. And that post defender in the middle of that zone's got to come out there and play defense.
10-2. Kick out to East Hazleton for a three is good. Nice find by Carly Craddock.
No, she's had three good looks and able to knock that one down.
A long three by Swatzel, no good. Lyde the rebound in the paint, and she'll bring it back outside. Lyde lobs it to Tulloch. Tulloch, here's another three by Swatzel, and that one is no good. Rebound Gray comes through to get it. Gray to Lyde. Lyde. Right side, another three by Swatzel. That one no good. And again, Gray sneaks in to get the rebound. The inside Lady Indians are doing a pretty good job boxing out. It's Gray coming from outside unchecked. That's got 2 or 3 offensive boards.
Well, we boxed out the left block area, but we left the middle of the lane wide open. And that's where the ball ended up as Gray came in, and then we had Lady Indian came in there late to get that team rebound.
Ariana Thomas in the game as well, and the Indians turn it over. What happened? I didn't see it.
That was Ariana just tried to do too much there right inside the 3-point line and dribbled it off her foot.
Tulloch to Lyde, down low behind Woolsey, and off Woolsey out of bounds, and Greeneville turns it back over.
Well, good defense there. Much better defense there by Hazelton as Lyde got the ball just in that spot inside that extended elbow, and Hazelton was there to greet her, forcing that turnover.
Hazelton using her own teammate as a screen underneath, reverse layup, no good. Rebound by Lyde. She almost got too deep and had to reverse back under.
Well, she wanted to go through the baseline, but they cut her off. And she didn't have anywhere else to go except try to get up and under. And
Tulloch tried to lob it down low to Woolsey. It's knocked out of bounds by Lively. So 2:28 to go first period, 10-5 Greeneville. Tulloch to throw it in on the baseline. Tulloch. Greeneville runs the set. She'll lob it out top. In the game is Allison Hayes, a sophomore shooting guard for Greeneville. She'll get it to Woolsey. Woolsey working on Lively. Wraparound pass to Tulloch for 3. No good. Lyde had in-flight position, but it's tipped over to Woolsey, who misses the putback. And on the other side, I think Woolsey's going to be called for a foul as Camilla Moore was in there at the rebound. McReynolds back now for Moore. Backcourt, Gray knocks it out of bounds. So it stays with the Lady Indians. Baker to Thomas. Thomas driving. Shot forced off the glass. No good. Knocked out of bounds by McReynolds.
That's just too tough a shot right there against resistance outside that right block. Fading away, trying to shoot it off the glass against pretty good defense.
It's not running any offense.
That's not an offense. It's kind of an isolation
play. Number 1 is what that was.
Yeah.
Woolsey out to Hayes, down low to Lyde, back to Woolsey in the paint. Floater
just
good.
A nice play. A little give and go play as Woolsey at the top, fed it out to the wing, went right down the middle. The defense was all converted over to Lyde for understandably why, and Woolsey gets the shot. Now another turnover. It was Ariana Thomas just trying to do too much.
Yeah. Here is Tulloch over to Gray, missed the layup. Rebound comes to Hazelton. Hazelton, and she had it knocked away, thrown away to Gray. I think she's trying to get it to Thomas.
It's 8 Lady Indian turnovers here in the first quarter.
Yeah. Woolsey out top.
Now, this was a problem last year. This has been a major improvement for the Lady Indians this year up until now.
Woolsey lobs it down low to Lyde. Lyde misses the shot but draws a foul either on Lively or Thomas.
Well, I hope it's not on Lively. Okay, yeah. So that's on Thomas.
Yeah. Lyde to the free throw line for 2. The team leading 12-5 with 57 seconds to go in the first quarter. Lyde's free throw is good. Eden Craddock in the game now for Dobyns-Bennett. Carly as well. Free throw by Lyde is missed. Baker battling Tulloch for the rebound, and Tulloch hits it last. Down in the left corner. Inbounds to Eden Craddock. 13-5 the count. Craddock is looking to throw it ahead to.
I'm not sure that pass was even there. She needs to bring that ball back to the middle. There was 2 defenders over on that sideline in front of the Lady Devil bench. Unfortunately, one of them deflected it out of bounds.
Baker into McReynolds. Oh, Sally's got a shot yet, has she? Getting double teamed out here and got rid of it. Craddock saves it. Carly, that is. Carly lofts it over to Lively in the opposite corner to McReynolds. McReynolds dribbling through traffic and had it knocked away. Lied.
Just too much dribbling. Too much dribbling. That was a back tip.
Yep. Driving. Gray had it blocked from behind by Carly Craddock. McReynolds with it. McReynolds all the way across court to Eden Craddock for a three. Left side short. Rebound Lied. Another one for Greeneville. 14 seconds to go in the period, and Tulloch will slow it down. Craddock, the block down here, talked to her dad before the game. He believes Carly leads his club in blocks.
You know what? I think she's right. I think he's right.
Yep.
Well, she comes from behind a lot of times. It's not face-on blocks, so let's not confuse matters. But she's so quick off ball.
Yeah.
It's the help defense that she does such a great job off, and she's so quick and active that she can get behind the player.
Hayes into Tulloch, who fires a 17-footer at the buzzer, no good. 1 quarter in the book, your score. Greeneville 13, Dobyns-Bennett 5. Back in 60 seconds on ESPN Tri-Cities. Welcome back to Buck Van Huss Dome. Greeneville up 13-5 after 1 period. Lady Devil basketball as we start quarter number 2. Brown back in there for Dobyns-Bennett. Malia. Indians back in the man as we start this second period. Tulloch down low to Gray. Gray spins and shoots over Craddock and scores.
It's a good passing game. It's a really good passing team. They cut well, they pass well, and they're a tough team to defend. Good place there by Moore.
Moore with the bucket for Dobyns-Bennett. 15-7. Down low to Lyde. Lyde wide open, layup good. Lyde's got 7 already. 17-7. Eden Craddock to McReynolds, down to Carly in the corner, back to McReynolds. There's a wide open 3 for Sally. No good. Moore battling underneath, and I think underneath they're going to call foul. I think we're going to call that on Gray.
Well, I was thinking it was Lyde over the back, but nope, you're right.
First on Gray, first here in the quarter. Hazelton back in for Eden Craddock. And she'll throw it in on the Indian baseline. Got it to McReynolds, but that's not who she wanted it to. McReynolds in the paint. Out to Brown. Brown drives down the lane, no good. McReynolds a rebound. Put back, no good. Rebound, Tulloch. Tulloch in transition and tried to throw it down low. Knocked away, stolen by Brown. Malia Brown ahead to Carly Craddock. Craddock stops with the layup. Good by Craddock. 17-9. Zamira Horton in for the first time for Dobyns-Bennett. She came in at Gates City the other night. Played about 3 minutes in the first half, had 5 rebounds. The ball just finds her.
That was what I was saying. You had your headphones off in the pregame, and I was talking about her, and that's exactly right. She's just, you watch her on the floor. You don't really pay attention on the floor because you don't think she's doing much, and all of a sudden you look at the numbers. And it's 7-8 rebounds. You know, she'll get a few points here and there. But she's just someone you have to have on your team.
Somebody missed his three from the corner. I'm not sure who it was for Greeneville. Did you see it? It was Swatzel. Swatzel.
Yeah. So, I mean, and she's a good screener.
Yep.
She'll set good screens, and she does a good job of boxing out. There she is there.
Julia Woolsey finds Allison Hayes in the corner. And Greeneville, its biggest lead at 20-9. Lady in basketball, Moore out to Hazelton, fires a three. Off the front iron, no good. Rebound is Swatzel. Swatzel over to Woolsey.
A quick release there by Hazelton.
Lyde drives in traffic, scores it off the glass.
Really athletic move. Lyde really kind of a low post player, but she got the ball inside the wing on the left side, just decided to go left to right. Her strength in the right hand. Really nice move, a little scoop shot off the glass.
22-9. Hazelton will drive this time. Shot on the baseline, no good. Rebound taken by Hayes. Hayes ahead to Woolsey. Woolsey over to Lyde, and Lyde's going to take it from the same spot and missed it this time. Rebound goes out of bounds off of, I believe it was Woolsey. So Dobyns-Bennett keeps possession. Thomas and McReynolds back in the game. Hazelton goes out along with Moore.
Well, we seem to be trying to get too much back early. Just be patient in our offense, get good shots. Kind of panicking a little bit on the offensive side instead of just running the offense. Get it with the pass. Yeah, we're just flipping the ball, dribbling it a little bit too much. I'm not seeing much of this up to this point so far this season. Most of it's with the pass. We've been penetrating some, but they've got really good defenders on the ball that can use their hands nicely and do it without fouling.
McReynolds to Craddock, an air ball from the left corner. Horton fighting for it out of bounds, or down low, and it's going to go off her out of bounds.
But even there, she was wide open, and just a really quick kind of shove release, not a really good rhythm release. Very un-Carly-like.
Gray out top. This is Hayes to Lyde. Lyde tried to go down low on a backdoor feed, but Carly Craddock was there for the steal. Craddock over to Brown. Brown drives from the left corner, can't shoot. Now Thomas forcing her way down the lane, draws a foul, I think, on Woolsey. Or maybe he called it on Swatzel. Called it on Swatzel. Inbounds out top to Brown. Malia Brown, a three, no good. Rebound Lyde, saves it in the left corner. I didn't think she'd get there, she did. Ahead to Woolsey.
Pretty athletic, isn't it? She really runs the floor nicely for someone as size as she is. She's got to be, what, 5'11"?
Every bit.
Yeah.
Woolsey over to Lyde. Lyde wants to drive on McReynolds.
Handles the ball pretty well for the post player. Here she is, 30 feet away from the goal.
Swatzel spinning, going back left into Lyde. Lyde's going to step back, shoot it from 17, too strong. Rebound tip. This is Woolsey with the putback. It won't go. And now Malia Brown rebounds for Dobyns-Bennett with numbers. 2-on-1 to Ariana Thomas. Missed the layup. Rebound Hayes for Greeneville. She'll get it over to Woolsey. You just can't miss those.
No.
Gray launches a three from the right wing. No good. Rebound Carly Craddock. Fouled as she spins out of there by Swatzel. It'll be 2 on Swatzel.
Now 1 for 8 is Greeneville from 3. I'm not even sure why they'd take a 3 right now. They've really had their way in and around the basket.
How about Kinsey Spradlin in the game for Greeneville? They're calling Swatzel. Brown just dropped it over there, nearly out of bounds, saved it to Hazelton. Hazelton, backdoor to Craddock, knocked out of bounds and off of Greeneville. I thought maybe for a minute the way Carly was chasing it down, it went
Yeah, I agree. Carly just goes after everything. That's just kind of the way she plays.
Inbound Craddock. Craddock lobs it to McReynolds. McReynolds forcing her way in the paint. Can't get a shot off the
Well, you can't bounce past that one. You got to get that one in the air. You got to chest pass that one. Hazelton had the shot, but when you bounce past it, that allows the defender to recover. And she was not able to get the shot away.
Into Craddock. 2:44 to go first half. Lady Indians down 22-9. Far right corner, Brown had it tipped away by Lyde, but it goes right to Hazelton. Hazelton to Brown in the corner. To Craddock. Craddock in the corner to McReynolds for a three. That's an air ball. Out of bounds. To Greeneville. Mary Kate Lively back for Dobyns-Bennett.
It's 3 field goals for the late, or 4 field goals for the Lady Indians. Year and a half.
Yeah. This is Woolsey to Gray. Gray back to Woolsey. Woolsey gets a screen from Emma Shelton, who's in the game for Greeneville. And Lyde, backdoor feed. Nice one to Woolsey, but she was in the lane too long. 3-second violation.
Well, I was wondering if they were going to call that because she was in there before she got the pass, and then when she got it, she was looking around before the backdoor cut was made.
There's a three out top by Hazelton off the mark. Rebound Lyde. Lyde 3-on-2. Lyde's going to take it all the way down the lane herself and draw a foul.
Well, Lady Indians just really struggling to get any rhythm going offensively. Kind of taking quick shots against resistance. And you know me, Steve, I have no problem with a quick shot in the offense if it's there. You know, there's no shot clock. There's no sense wasting time as Lyde makes the first. You know, just because you don't have a shot clock doesn't mean you have to take 2 minutes to get a shot off. If it's there, take it. But we've taken some quick shots against resistance, and that was one of them there by Hazelton.
Second shot by Lyde is good as well. She's got 11 in the game, and Greeneville leads it 24-9. 1:40 to go in the first half. Craddock is called for a traveling violation, turning it over on the move. How many turnovers we got now?
That's 11. 2 here in the quarter, 9 in the first quarter.
Woolsey brings it up for Greeneville. Over to Hayes. Hayes in the left corner, dumps it down to Lyde. Lyde double team, steps through it, shot good by Lyde.
What a tough shot. Good defense there. Lady Indians had it pinched. She just fought through the double team. And
another turnover on Dobyns-Bennett. Carly did the same thing.
She wanted to get the ball over to Baker. And they double teamed it or got into the passing lane, and then her momentum was going to carry her into a travel anyway, so she just decided to put the ball back on the floor.
26-9 Greeneville. 1:05 to go in the first half.
They just completely look disjointed, don't they?
Yeah.
Offensively.
Greenville's,
you know, and it happens. It's, you know, you got to give credit to Greeneville. I mean, let's face it. They're the reason why a lot of this is the way it is. But a lot of it is their own fault too, with the turnovers.
Lyde spins left, back right, and buries another one.
And really good defense there by McReynolds. I mean, what do you do?
Yep.
It's a good shot, good player.
28-9, McReynolds. The Greeneville team is quick, Mark, and they're long.
Yeah.
And Lyde down there protecting the rim. Here's Lively for three, too strong. Long rebound comes all the way back out to Lively. Tried to dump it to McReynolds, knocked away by Woolsey, picked up by Hayes. Long pass to Gray. Gray on the sideline. Back out top to Woolsey. Woolsey in the paint. Floater will not go down. Rebound is going to be a jump ball. It's going to go to Dobyns-Bennett. 14.8 seconds to go here in the half.
You know, it's a smart team. They play the positions very well. They keep the ball in front of them. They don't overplay it. They don't force the action offensively. They're well positioned, well coached.
Hazelton spinning. Hazelton off the glass, no good. Rebound live. And that's going to be the end of the first half. So Greeneville, a stellar first half by the Greene Devils, defensively especially. And we're at halftime, and it's Greeneville 28, Dobyns-Bennett just 9. Back in 2 minutes with halftime activities here on ESPN Tri-Cities.
Indian Nation, please direct your attention to the Jumbotron for a special presentation from your Dobyns-Bennett Spirit Shakers. And now, please welcome to the court your Dobyns-Bennett Spirit Shakers. Your team members include Natalie Boland, Ruby Canty, Olivia Doran, Shelby Eaton, Nora Claire Elam, Madeline Gitt, Leighton Good, Marley Hudson, Kyla Lee, Chauncey Margo, Angry Lippy, Eleanor Taylor, and your senior captains, Andrea Gordon, Mercedes Hill, Emmy Hurst, Caitlin Schubert, and Maddie Loss. Choreography by Gracie Gibson. The Spirit Shakers are under the direction of Amanda Lowry and Matthew Moore, presenting the 2026 Dobyns-Bennett Spirit Shakers.
Welcome back to the Buck Van Huss Dome. Steve Wilmoth, Mark Halverson here with you at halftime of the girls' varsity game. It's been all Greeneville. Greeneville opened the game on a 6-0 run in the first minute and a half, expanded the lead to 10-2. Reese Hazelton hit Dobyns-Bennett's only first half three-pointer and one of only 4 field goals in total by the Lady Indians in the first half to close the gap to 10-5. But the Lady Devils then scored 5 straight to make it 15-5, starting the second period on the bucket by Gray. The lead went from 17-9 to 28-9 as Greeneville scored the last 11 points of the first half. Mainly Maria Lyde, who had 10 points in that second period. It was Hayes that hit a 3, and then it was all Lyde from that point out. 8 straight by Maria Lyde to close the half. And Dobyns-Bennett trailing Greeneville at halftime, 28-9. Mark is feverishly calculating numbers to my left. We'll give him another 2-minute timeout. He'll have those numbers when we return. 28-9, Greeneville leads at halftime. You're listening to Lady Indian Basketball on ESPN Tri-Cities. Welcome back to the Buck Van Huss Dome. Lady Indians in a hole here at halftime. Mark, you've got the reason why.
Yeah, I do. You know, last night the Miami-Ole Miss game was pretty close, even though the statistics didn't show it that way. Miami pretty much dominated. Well, the statistics are going to show them tonight why.
They're not lying.
No, they're not. Why we got a spread like we do at 28-9. So let's go to Greeneville. First of all, they had 13 in the first quarter, 15 in the second. They were 11 of 17 inside the arc, 1 of 8 outside, and that is 12 of 25 overall. 3 of 4 from the line. Only 5 turnovers for the Lady Devils. They had 5 offensive rebounds, 8 defensive, and 3 team for a total of 16. They were led in scoring by Maria Lyde, who had 15 points there in the first half. Pretty dominant performance. Really turned it on, I thought, Steve, late in that first quarter, and then just dominated second quarter. 4 points by Woolsey, 3 by Hayes, 2 by Tulloch, and 4 by Matea Gray. Lyde also had 6 rebounds and assists. Woolsey with 4, Swatzel with 2, and Gray with 2, and Tulloch had 1 there in the first quarter. Let's see, that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's 9 of their 12 made baskets. That's what I was saying. They really run the offense really well. It's not about isolation. It's not about bring the ball down and shoot it on your own. They really run the half court very, very well. For the Lady Indians, 3 of 9 inside the arc, 1 of 10 outside. Total of 4 of 18 from the floor. That's not going to get it done very often, but I'll tell you what, the 13 turnovers really was what killed them. Losing 13 possessions and giving the ball away to this team 13 more times, that really hurts. They only had 5 points in the first quarter, 4 in the second, total of 9. They did not get to the free throw line. They had 4 defensive, 4 offensive, and 1 team rebound, as they were out-rebounded 16-9, and only had 3 players in the scoring column. 3 for Hazelton, 2 for Camilla Moore, and Carly Craddock led with 2 field goals, a total of 4. Sally McReynolds had 3 rebounds, and Carly Craddock with 1 assist, 2 steals, and 1 block. As we add to that team lead total of block shots for the 5'4" senior guard. So those are the numbers. Got a lot of work to do. Try to climb their way back into this thing.
All right. We'll see what happens when we come back. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. Come back with third quarter action here with you on ESPN Tri-Cities. Back at the Buck Van Huss Dome, getting ready for third quarter action. Dobyns-Bennett in a big hole here, 28-9. For these very talented Greeneville Lady Greene Devils.
You know, sometimes a team forces you into things that you don't like to do, and sometimes you do things to yourself. Tonight's one of those things where both has happened, I think. You know? Some of these things I think have certainly got to give, and I don't want to take anything away from Greeneville. They've certainly played exceptionally well, and they've caused a lot of this. But I don't think that the Lady Indians are playing anywhere near their capabilities. Right now, certainly Greeneville's the better team, but not 27 points worth. And we'll see if they can figure out a way to have a better second half. And for that to happen, they just got to take it, you know, kind of a 2 minute at a time, 3 minutes at a time, chip away and see if they can figure out a way to kind of get back at this thing.
Indians open the second half in almost like a 1-3-1. Look, is it not? Are they chasing now? Anyway, Woolsey to Lyde, back to Woolsey, lost it in the lane.
Good play.
The Indians come out of there with it. McReynolds.
Yeah, changing things up, make things different.
McReynolds all the way down. I think she expected contact, didn't come, missed the layup. Gray back out to Swatzel for a three off the mark, an air ball. Saved over there by Hazelton. Now she's trapped in the corner. I think she lost it out of bounds. Oh, they said it went off Greeneville.
Who got the rebound down here? Remember?
No.
Oh, okay.
I called it.
Yeah.
I don't remember. Anyway, Hazelton spinning in the lane. Hazelton can't get the shot. Back to Craddock. Craddock drives in the lane. Goes all the way through. Layup good by Carly Craddock.
Well, she recognized the right side of the lane was open. And just kind of took it from the left wing and curled it all the way to the basket.
Gray over to Woolsey for the layup, good as they beat the pressure.
Well, I like the full court pressure. You got to try something. You got to figure out a way to get back into it. But against a team that handles the ball and really knows what they're doing out there, that's a tough. They got numbers going on the other way and 2-on-1 break.
Hazelton catch and shoot three is good by Reese Hazelton. 30-14 the count now. Woolsey out top. They leave her alone. She'll fire a three. It's going to be too long. Rebound McReynolds with the good box out. McReynolds ahead to Hazelton. Another catch and shoot three. That one too strong. Rebound came to Tulloch. Weaving her way through traffic, dumps it over to Woolsey. Another layup good by Woolsey. She's got 8. 32-14. Craddock down low to Moore. Moore's layup is good.
Yeah, wide open. Not sure how she got that wide open, but good look by Craddock. She's picked up her third assist.
32-16 the count. Tulloch working on Brown. Brown blocked her shot out of bounds. Aslan Brown in the game for the first time.
That's right. Haven't seen her tonight, have we?
Nope. She replaces Hazelton. Lob into Woolsey, top of the key. Woolsey drives left in the corner to Gray. Gray spins it back out. Resets things out front. Lyde in the paint. Spinning back right. Shot Lyde, left it short. Tipped by Tulloch is good. She went right around somebody. Nobody checked Tulloch. Just her second field goal. 34-16. And we got a whistle sounds and a foul inside on Greeneville. Foul is on Julia Woolsey. Brown, Aslan to throw it in, gets it to Malia Brown. Brown to Brown. Aslan in the paint, shot no good. Moore trying to rebound, tip to Craddock, then it's stolen by Tulloch. Bradley Tulloch All the way down, draws a foul on the trailing Aslan Brown. Or did it call a foul or out of bounds? It's going to be a foul, doesn't it? Oh, my goodness. They didn't call that a foul? I guess it's a block then, isn't it? (34-16) Greeneville with 4:51 to go here in the third. Tulloch to throw it in for Greeneville. Coach Watts going, why are we not shooting?
I'm not sure either.
Inbounds to Tulloch for a three, no good. Rebound, it's tipped, but then Gray got it. And she kicked it over to Swatzel, and Swatzel's foul.
Just the three Lady Indians just watched that ball fall right into the hands of the Lady Green Devil off the Tulloch miss.
Gray's done that, seems like 5 times.
Yeah, well, she's got 4 offensive rebounds, to your point.
Swatzel's free throw's good. Second toss, also good. 36-16, biggest lead of the game for the Green Devils. Aslan Brown at midcourt is fouled on a push by Swatzel. That's going to be 3 on her. So Allison Hayes will check back in.
I like your pronunciation better, by the way.
I think I'm right.
I think you are, too. I know you are.
Yeah.
When have you been wrong?
Yeah. Never. Craddock to Craddock. Over to McReynolds. McReynolds still looking for first points of the game.
Yeah.
McReynolds to Aslan
2 or
Brown.
3 official shots.
Yep. Craddock.
Good kick.
There's a good 3 by McReynolds in the corner.
That's a beautiful play there. Really nice play by Eden Craddock on the assist. Really pulled the defender in from the corner. That left McReynolds wide open to really get a nice rhythm 3. That's one of the freer threes that we've had all night. And then she's going to the bench. I'll say it. I know you were thinking it. Good block. Good defense there.
Yeah. I'm not sure who blocked it.
I think it was Baker. I think Baker got it, but yeah.
Baker has it out top. Spinning. Baker in the paint. Back out to Craddock.
Kind of got a shove in the back right there.
Craddock. Here's Baker. I thought she was going to fire a 3. Instead, she'll drive.
No, she has to take a little bit more time.
Eden Craddock for a 3. No good. Long rebound. Chased down by Aslan Brown. Then she threw it away. Trying to get it to Craddock. Stolen by Gray. Tulloch to Gray. Gray layup. Good, and a foul on Craddock. Two on Carly. Hazelton set to check in.
Well, we needed to get back into this thing, and instead we've kind of drawn further away.
Gray can make it a 20-point game once again. Free throw by Gray is good. She's got 7, and it's 39-19. I think Dobyns-Bennett wants. Nope, check that. Greeneville wants a timeout. 60-second break. We're back in 60 seconds on ESPN Tri-Cities. Welcome back to the Buck Van Huss Dome. 39-19, 3:27 to go, third quarter. Dobyns-Bennett trailing in with possession. Aslan Brown, left wing, back out top. Hazelton fires from long range, right side, good by Hazelton. Her third three, 39-22.
Just a freshman, folks.
Yep.
Gonna have her for a long time, I hope.
Give and go with Woolsey and Lyde. Woolsey can't get a shot blocked by Aslan Brown. Picked up by Eden Craddock. Craddock ahead to Aslan Brown. Hazelton in right corner. Hazelton in the paint. Goes with the left hand. Shot off the glass out front. No good. Ball on the floor. McReynolds battling for it. Lyde pulls it out and wide open. All alone on the other end is Gray for the layup. Good. Playing a little snowbird there was Gray.
Yeah, she did.
41-22. She's got 9. Baker. Spinning. Baker. In the corner to Hazelton. Brown to McReynolds. McReynolds forces her way down the left side of the lane. Just threw one up off the glass and it went in.
I'm not sure she wasn't fouled in the act.
41-24.
Coach Francis saying something to the official walking by. I'm not sure how that's not a foul.
Gray from the right corner to Lyde. Lyde in the paint. Took some contact, left the runner short. McReynolds rebounds. McReynolds needs help from Brown. McReynolds looks kind of gassed. Brown in the paint and a foul called on Gray. Well, the ball in there, they say she got her on the arm as well. It'll be 2 on Mattia Gray. 1:43 to go here at the quarter, 41-24. Indians have found some offense here in the second half, but still haven't been able to slow Greeneville down.
If you notice that the ball's moving more with the pass as opposed to the dribble. I thought early on everything was dribble, and they were able to get to them defensively and deflect it. And good position there, rebound out by Hazelton. And then Lyde came from behind and knocked it out of bounds. So back to the Indians.
41-25. Reynolds did have to go out, by the way.
I just thought there was so much dribbling going on with their weave and their top ball screens that they were able to create steals out of it.
Indians on the inbounds. Eden Craddock to Hazelton. Back to Brown.
Good
Craddock.
pass work.
Baker for 3 right wings right on line. It won't stay down.
Good shot.
Rebound by Aslan Brown. Hazelton a long 3, no good. Rebound at Woolsey. Woolsey splits the double team in backcourt, picks up the dribble, nearly walked. Got it to Lyde. Minute 14 to go in the period. Couple good looks there, Mark, just didn't go.
Yep, better offense, like you said. Ball was moving in the air and not on the ground, and as a result, we got some open looks.
Lyde just inside the free throw line. We'll have to back it out of there. Over to Gray. Gray to Woolsey. Woolsey back to Gray. Launches a 3 from the left wing. Short. Rebound Aslan Brown. Lady Indians 3-on-1. Brown to Moore. Pass too low. And now we're going to have a scramble. Going to eventually have a jump ball that stays with Dobyns-Bennett. McReynolds off the bench to check in. Hazelton to inbounds. Hazelton lobs it out to McReynolds. Nobody's going to pick her up. She'll shoot the 3 and make the 3. 41-28. It's a 13-point game here. Half minute to go here in the period.
They'll hold it for 1, but we need a big stop here. Really important possession defensively.
If they get the ball to start the 4th, too. Lyde, left elbow. And shot blocked. They call a foul on Brown, I guess. Wow. Lyde, who had 16 in the first half, yet to score here in the second, goes to the line.
Left elbow, she got inside the zone on the left elbow and just turned and really kind of forced the shot. And Missed the first free throw. Big rebound here if we can get it.
Craddock back in for Brown.
That's pretty good. Some really solid minutes there by Aslan Brown. Didn't score, but well, she did 1 for 2. 3 rebounds, a block.
Lyde makes 1 of 2.
Let's see if we can trade the 1 for a bucket here.
Craddock to Hazelton, right corner. Back to McReynolds. 10 seconds to go. McReynolds trying to find something against Woolsey. Forces away.
Good
wide
pass.
Open is more for the
nice play.
Inbounds is out of bounds. And that'll be, I think, let's see. Will that be the end of the quarter or not? Oh, what's he calling? The quarter has expired, but the officials blew a whistle and one started pointing to the other end. I'm not sure the cheerleaders should be on the floor, and they should not be. And they're being advised of that right now.
I think he may be putting time back on the clock.
I think he called a technical. Lyde's going to the free throw line. Maybe Greeneville was holding the ball out of bounds and a Lady Indian slapped at it. Lyde's free throw is no good. They put 2 seconds back on the clock as well. So Greeneville will have possession. Free throw by Lyde. Missed them both. So it's 42-30, but Greeneville with 2 seconds to go. Ball will be thrown in right here in front of me. Allison Hayes will throw it in. Now she's been moved right to the half-court line. Into Woolsey. Woolsey from half-court, and that shot almost went in. Hit the back plate back there, and that's the end of the third quarter. So no harm done on the technical, but it was close. It could have been a big swing. Lady Indians have it down to 12. 42-30 going to the fourth. Back in 60 seconds on ESPN Tri-Cities. It's always the same guy. Mark Alverson, the three-pointer, is a great equalizer, and the Lady Indians got 4 in that third period.
Well, outscored them 21-14, and you know, making a game of it anyway. And much better offense. Moved the ball with the pass. Got the ball inside, was able to kick it out to some open shooters. Much better play by the Lady Indians.
Hayes, a 3 from the corner, is missed. Woolsey wins the battle on the block for the rebound. Inside to Lyde. Lyde forces a shot up. Might have been blocked by McReynolds. Hazelton comes out of there with it. Hazelton ahead to Malia Brown. Down low to Craddock. Craddock back out here. McReynolds for 3. No good. Rebound. Brown fighting for it. She'll have it back to McReynolds. McReynolds spinning away in the paint. Back out to Brown for a 3. Shot by Brown short. Rebound McReynolds. McReynolds trying to force a shot up, does so and draws a foul.
Lady Indians starting to go to the boards a lot better on the offensive end. And getting a few offensive second chance points or second chance opportunities. Only 4 offensive rebounds in the first half. And we'll have to tally them up here as we go along, but McReynolds goes and knocks down the first of 2. So the second half is a 180-degree turn offensively for the Lady Indians.
They're not going to allow Sally to shoot her next free throw until she tidies up the
fashion police out again.
Yeah. Second shot is good. It's a 10-point game, 42-32. Tulloch for Greeneville.
I think the zone, too, that Bill employed there in the beginning of that third quarter has had an effect.
Lyde shot no good. On the floor, diving for it. Lyde has it. Over to Gray, off the glass, no good. McReynolds, that's a foul. Oh, come on, that's a foul. Instead, they call a jump ball, and it'll still go to the Lady Indians. So Dobyns-Bennett a chance to cut closer. Craddock. Here comes a double team on Carly. Spins out of it. Carly got it to Brown somehow. Brown. Be careful not dribble too much. Indians are dribbling on this possession. Brown over to Craddock. Wide open three left wing. Carly is good. Made by Carly Craddock. It's down to 7 at 42-35. Tulloch on right wing. Down low to Woolsey. Double teamed on the block. Gives it to Tulloch. Back out to Gray. Won't shoot the three. Lyde. Back out. Hayes for three. No good. Rebound, Tulloch reverse layup.
What a nice play. What a really nice play. Got inside of Moore, who really had decent position and was able to get the offensive board and the flip off the upside to get it to go.
Hazelton misses the three. McReynolds follows. Her shot blocked under there by Woolsey. Got it back, fighting for it. Down hard goes Sally, and she's fouled again. McReynolds is doing some work in there. Boy, she came down hard on that arm. Lyde called for the foul. Sally will have to go out. Horton back in. Eden Craddock back in. We've got a timeout, Dobyns-Bennett. 5:53 to go. The lead 44-35. We're back in 1 minute on the ESPN Tri-Cities. All right, welcome back to the Buck Van Huss Dome. A 20-point Greeneville lead down to as few as 7. A huge offensive rebound by Greeneville, however, has the Devils back up 9. Dobyns-Bennett with possession. Inbounds to Hazelton out top. Hazelton trying to go work on Tulloch. Spinning. Can't get a shot out. Back to Eden Craddock. Hazelton again. Hazelton against Craddock. Craddock, good defense. Hazelton. Back out to Moore. Moore driving right. Moore all the way to the glass. Layup, no good. Horton rebounds. Back to Craddock for a three by Carly is good. And it's down to 6.
Yeah, good work there by
Horton.
By Horton, yeah. Another offensive rebound. And then a nice kick out, recognizing where her teammates are. Craddock has plenty of time on that offensive board. And a nice three from the wing.
Lyde in there. And a travel called on Maria Lyde. 5:08 to go still, and it's a 6-point game. McReynolds coming back in for Moore. Just by Sally a minute or two on the bench. She plays so hard.
Oh, she came down on those elbows so hard down there.
Yeah. Craddock to McReynolds. Left side, Carly Craddock. Driving in the corner, McReynolds. McReynolds, Hazelton's got, she dropped the ball.
She dropped it. Had an open look at the top.
McReynolds driving right. Hands it back to Craddock. Eden Craddock, the freshman, hands it back to Carly. Hazelton. Back to Craddock. Craddock drives back to Craddock. Hazelton, the three, top of the key, rolls out. Horton, the rebound, put back good by Zamira Horton. 44-40.
Just relentless on the offensive boards. That's 7 this half on the offensive side. The team has really come together. That's got to be a charge. Yeah,
that's the right call.
Just lowered the shoulder. Horton again off the bench, just doing the things that coaches love. Offensive rebounds, a putback, taking the charge there. It doesn't light it all up, but I'll tell you what, every time the coach looks down at the score sheet, looks over at his assistant coaches and says, you know what, she's doing it again.
Huge offensive rebound by her. The lead is 4 in Dobyns-Bennett basketball. They still got well over 4 minutes to go.
Yeah, I mean, there's loads of time. And the offensive changes that they've made, I really think, let's talk a little bit about defensively.
Yeah.
I think the 1-3-1 that started the third quarter, I think kind of shook them up a little bit, took them out of their rhythm, and it allowed us to get some confidence going on the offensive side. Certainly offensively, we've done some remarkable things. But defensively, the changes that you just don't see it happen at the high school level very often. Coach Francis, it's been his MO for the last 5 or 6 years. He's not afraid to change defenses on the fly. And he's done it here tonight against a very talented offensive team from the Lady Greene Devils. Wasn't afraid to do it and shift it in the middle of the game, and it has really made a difference.
4:08 to go. Indian basketball. Here's Eden Craddock. Craddock drives, picks up the dribble over to McReynolds. McReynolds driving on Woolsey. McReynolds nearly walks. Needs some help. Now rotates. Had it blocked by Woolsey. Grabs it back. Now Hazelton. Hazelton's taken all the way to the rim. Shot Hazelton. It's good. It's a 2-point game.
Did it with the left hand. Really nice play by Hazelton. Boy, they're playing with a lot more confidence than they did early. Playing more together as a team.
Live cross court. Here's a 3. Shot no good. Long rebound. Eden Craddock has it. Swatzel missed it. Craddock over to Hazelton. Layup, and we're tied. 44 all. A 20-point lead is gone for Greeneville. And it really, Mark, they did it in a span of about 8 minutes. Here's a pass to Lyde. Earlins nearly had the steal. Lyde over, layup good by Swatzel.
We had the steal, and then Lyde with the re-steal. And that put Gray wide open on the back cut. Nice little cut there. Nice pass, nice finish. And that's one of the things that Greeneville does so well is they pass and cut beautifully. And that's why their offense is so productive. But give them credit for hustle on the loose ball there by Lyde to pick it up and find her teammate cutting on that backside.
46-44, just over 3 minutes to go here. Greeneville now back on top. Lady Indians have never led here.
And you wonder, going back to the pregame, and you kind of brought it up, was there really one of their weaknesses is depth.
Yeah.
And you kind of wonder if maybe this has had a little bit of an effect on this Lady Devil team as they've been out there for the entire game, other than maybe 1 or 2 changes.
Yeah. McReynolds. Working out top, McReynolds. Being guarded by Woolsey. McReynolds driving in the corner to Eden Craddock. Back to McReynolds in that same corner. McReynolds diving baseline. Lost it, and Tulloch comes out of there with it. Tulloch for Greeneville. Tulloch behind the back dribble. Tulloch takes it all the way in the corner. Woolsey, a 3. She's going to be short. Rebound Lyde. Lyde spins, blocked by McReynolds. Here comes Carly Craddock with it. Craddock over to Hazelton. Hazelton, another layup. Goes for Hazelton. And we're tied again at 46. 2:22 to go. Tulloch in the paint. Wraparound shot good, and a foul on McReynolds. who's just so tired she can't slide over to make a defensive play.
She's had the ball in her hands quite a lot tonight, more like it was last year, to be honest. And you're right, she's gassed.
I almost thought after that bucket we could have called a timeout to rest her.
Yeah, to give her a break.
We still got some timeouts. Tulloch missed the free throw, Moore the rebound. So it's still a 2-point lead. Long pass to Hazelton, knocked out of bounds by Lyde, who goes down hard in front of the Lady Indian bench. Hazelton helps her up. They exchange fives. 2:11 to go.
Yeah.
We've still got three timeouts.
Three timeouts left.
Inbounds to Moore, to Carly Craddock, over to Hazelton. 3 for the lead, goes, and they're going to call a foul on Baker. An illegal screen on Baker.
That's the right call. She's just moving, kind of pushed the offensive player out. Screening is an art, and at this level, you just never know what you're going to get.
Tulloch to Swatzel.
Well, that was a big one, too, because she dropped it from about 25 feet, 24 feet.
Gray, left wing. Tulloch has it. Tulloch in the corner. A 3 is short. Air ball, but Lyde beats everybody, and it spins free and knocks down a layup. And it's 50-46.
Those short air balls, there's just no way to know when they're going to happen. And so many times that they end up being an offensive rebound.
Hazelton trying to find a shot, goes to the left-hand layup, no good. Really wasn't there. Here's Tulloch. Tulloch with 1:20 to go. Tulloch in the lane, and the senior backs it back out. Whips it over to Gray. Gray. Lady Union's got a lot of fouls to give, too. Only committed 2. Now a foul, there's one of them. With 1:08 to go. Carly Craddock commits the foul. McReynolds back in. 1:08 to go. Now, if you got tired players, you got to call a timeout.
You got to use them.
Yeah. Tulloch to inbounds, does so to Lyde. Back to Tulloch. Tulloch, 1:05 to go. You've got to take a foul here, too, don't you? There's Woolsey back out to Tulloch. Tulloch spinning. Tulloch spinning again. Around the screen, Tulloch to the basket. Forces a shot up, no good. Rebound McReynolds. An ill-advised shot by Tulloch. McReynolds takes it all the way herself. She's fouled, but it will not go. She will go to the free throw line with 45 seconds to go. McReynolds did not score at all in the first half. Has 10 here in the second. A chance to get within one possession and maybe 2 points with 45 ticks to go. Still, Dobyns-Bennett with a foul to give to Mark. Free throw McReynolds is good.
Yeah, 3 timeouts. 1 more foul to give. I don't like the automatic foul. You got to go after him. She makes the free throw. You got to make an effort to steal it.
And now a timeout called by Coach Francis. A 30-second timeout. That's a good one.
It gives the tired legs a little bit of a break on this defensive set. Gives them a chance to maybe get really attacking. I'm not even sure you maybe take McReynolds out and get some fresh legs in there.
Fair point.
And then you got another timeout to take. Well, first of all, if you get the foul, then you can put her back in for the offensive possession. And I think you almost take her out, put some fresh legs in there, and go after the steal. Get really aggressive on the ball. Because you're not going. You're not going to give up a shot.
We got to be guarding.
You got to go full court here.
45 seconds to go.
They're just going to walk it up. I mean, you got to go full court here.
Got to try to get the steal on the inbounds. Woolsey trapped over in the corner to Swatzel. Swatzel back to Tulloch. Tulloch to Swatzel. Swatzel trapped in the corner, and a timeout called by Greeneville. That's 17 seconds.
I don't understand that. You got to go full court, and you got to be aggressive after the ball. You got 2 timeouts left and a foul.
Yeah.
that's an eternity. And you got to remember, you can't assume that you're going to score with it in your possession.
Yes.
I mean, this is high school basketball. Now, this isn't next level, where percentages are a lot higher. You got to give yourself a little bit of wiggle room. This has got to be an immediate attempt to steal and an immediate foul.
There's the steal.
Got it.
McReynolds the steal. Tulloch trying to steal it back, and
the ref got in the way. Not his fault.
Pass to Lyde. Lyde's layup no good, but foul on Moore.
Not his fault.
Right.
But the ref got in the way, and that McReynolds couldn't come up with it cleanly. It just happened to be where he was on the floor at the time, and I think that kind of disjointed Sally as she was trying to gain possession.
Lyde for 2 shots with 15.5 seconds to go. The first one crawls over the rim and bounces in. And this is a big one here. Hazelton back in for Brown. Free throw by Lyde is good. She got them both. 52-48. Craddock in the corner to Eden. Craddock for 3. Shot Eden, no good. Rebound Tulloch. 8 seconds to go. They got a foul. Tulloch dribbling in backcourt, stolen by Craddock to Carly. Hazelton for 3. No good. Rebound, and Tulloch has it, and that's your ball game. Now, Dobyns-Bennett rallies from 20 down, got all the way down to an even game, tied it twice, had a shot go in for the lead, but was nullified by an offensive blocking foul on a screen set. And Dobyns-Bennett, the valiant comeback, will end at 4 points short. Final score and a good one. Greeneville 52, Dobyns-Bennett 48. Back in 2 minutes with the postgame right here on ESPN Tri-Cities. Welcome back to the Buck Van Huss Dome. Lady Indians fall behind by 20 midway through the third period in a span of about 8 minutes of action. Tied the game at 44 and then at 46. Just couldn't quite make enough plays down the stretch to get all the way over the top, and Greeneville slips away 52-48. Outstanding women's basketball game by these two, and they'll see each other again down in Greeneville on February 17th. Dobyns-Bennett had only 9 points in the entire first half. Trailed it by 19 at halftime, 28-9. But they outscored Greeneville in the second half, 39-24. And falling by 4 here. Final score was 52-48. Greeneville improves to 12-8 overall. Dobyns-Bennett falls to 11-6. Dobyns-Bennett's next game right back here at the Buck Van Huss Dome on Tuesday night. We finally start conference action against Morristown East. And Mark has our final numbers.
All right, certainly do. First of all, for the victorious Lady Devils, they've now moved to 12-8. After 28 in the first half, they had 14 in the third, 10 in the fourth, total of 52. They were 20 of 32 inside the arc, 1 of 13 outside. That's 21 of 45. Only 7 turnovers for the entire game. They had 14 defensive rebounds, 12 offensive, 3 defensive, or 3 team, total of 29. Led in scoring by Maria Lyde with 20, 11 by Matea Gray, 8 each coming from Woolsey and Briley Tulloch, 3 from Hayes and 2 from Swatzel for a total of 52. Rebounding, Lyde with 10, 6 from Tulloch and 5 from Gray. Woolsey had 4 assists. Tulloch and Swatzel with 2 each, and Gray with 3, and Tulloch with 3 steals. For the Indians, Lady Indians, they had 9 at half, 21 in the third, 18 in the fourth, total of 48. 11 of 21 inside the arc, 7 of 21 outside. That's 18 of 42, 5 of 6 from the line. 11 defensive rebounds, 13 offensive. Really went after it there in the second half. 2-team total of 26. They had 18 turnovers, but only 5 in the second half. Big number there to kind of keep them in it. Led in scoring by Reese Hazelton with 15, 12 from McReynolds, 10 from Craddock, 6 from Moore, 2 from Horton, and 1 from Aslan Brown for the Lady Indians. Sally McReynolds, who just was a warrior out there tonight, I thought.
Yes.
9 rebounds. She had a couple of assists, had a block. Carly Craddock also played really well. 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Eden Craddock, her sister, with 3 assists. And so those are the numbers here from the Buck Van Huss Dome as Lady Indians. They fall to 11-6.
All right, 2-minute timeout. We'll get you reset and ready for boys action. How about a 3-minute timeout? So
Yeah,
you can go
let's
get
do
some
it.
water.
Let's do it.
I need a water. All right, I'm going to hustle, try to see if I can get some water. We're back in 3 minutes with the Coach Chris Moore pregame show. Back in 3 minutes on ESPN Tri-Cities. Welcome back to the Buck Van Huss Dome. Turn our attention now to boys varsity action here. For Dobyns-Bennett, the Indians of Coach Chris Port, a Greeneville alum, by the way. Tribe comes in, overall record of 14-6. And Greeneville, oh, I got to turn that on, don't I? That's what you're telling me. Greeneville, Mark, under Coach Brad Woolsey, a very, very un-Greene Devil-like 2-14. But let's look back at the end of last year. Greeneville makes it to the state tournament. They lose to eventual state champion Upperman in the semifinals. And Ty Cobb, a kid we saw at the Classic. You look at Greeneville last year and you think, okay, coming back this year, you got a Mr. Basketball finalist returning in Trey Thompson. You got Zayden Anderson, an outstanding basketball player. And as well as the kids that did come back, Jordan Mills, Taryn Clarity, 5'11" junior guard. And you're thinking, well, they're probably going to be in position to make another run to the state tournament. Well, then Thompson decides to graduate early and go to the University of Iowa. Zayden Anderson signs a football scholarship with my Tennessee Volunteers. He's an early enrollee this spring. You lose those two guys, your football team plays deep into the playoffs again this year. Those players coming back, they always come back late. And suddenly you're looking at a Greeneville team that was 0-13 at one point, then won 2 games in a Classic. Now, it's been a struggle for them. I would not count this basketball team out of the postseason early by any stretch of the imagination. What I saw at the Classic, they've got some pieces to make a run in District 2 AAA, and they've also got the right guy on the bench in Coach Woolsey.
He does a good job. There's no question about it, and we're all shocked to look at the record, but you can't, you really can't judge this team by the record, as you mentioned. This freshman they have, Zion Neal, he's going to be a player. We've seen him really impressed with his play. He does not play like a freshman. He really gets after it, plays within himself, can score it on a lot in a lot of different ways. Very athletic, can shoot it very nicely, can attack it, plays defense, plays the game the right way, and they've got other pieces as well. And as this team starts to gel a little bit, particularly as they get into the playoff picture, you're right. They could be a team that could really surprise some folks, particularly those that look at numbers and look at the record and say, "Oh, this will be a team this will be a game that we shouldn't have any problem with." And so the Indians have got to be ready. They've got to be prepared. Are they the better team? Probably. Is it a game that they should win tonight? Probably. But Coach Woolsey does a fantastic job. Very good coach. Always has been. And has a state championship of his own not too long ago. And so, yeah, this will be a game that we've got to make sure that we're ready to roll.
Dobyns-Bennett coming over off of wins in Asheville last Saturday, an exciting 1-point win at AC Reynolds. Then Wednesday night at Gate City, probably one of the best fourth quarters I've seen them play all year. They were spectacular in the fourth quarter against the Gate City team that they just wore down. They started making shots. Gate City was taking quick shots, and Dobyns-Bennett had their way. It was a 10-point game, I think, going to the fourth quarter. And then I looked up 6 minutes into the fourth quarter, and the clock was running continuously. It's what this top team does to people. And they could very well do it to Greeneville here on this big floor.
Well, what this team has that they haven't had in quite a while is a number of guys who can shoot it from the perimeter. It's just a matter of whether or not they can get the ball to those shooters with patience on in the half court. And if they can do that, they can be a real load to handle on the defensive side. They've got guys like Caden Cutlip, the lefty, the transfer lefty who can shoot it. Henry Hill has really developed his offensive game. He's now more of a two-way offensive player. He can shoot it from the perimeter. He can drive it. You've got Elijah Thomas, who's kind of a combo guard, who can shoot it from the perimeter. Carter Atwood, I know he's small, but you can't leave him alone from the perimeter, and he's got range. He can shoot it from 23, 24 feet. Maxwell, really good shooter when he gets it going. I think sometimes it's more of a confidence thing with him. If he would just believe in himself, he can knock it down from anywhere. Even Garrison Jones at times has shown that he can shoot the perimeter shot. So there's a boatload of kids that in this lineup that at any given time can deliver the three-point shot. It's just a matter of whether or not we do a good job of getting the ball inside that forces the defense to collapse and allows it then to get the passing lanes open into a pocket and into a shooter who can shoot it in rhythm. When all we're doing is moving the ball east and west, or if all we're doing is moving it lateral and you're not forcing the defense to collapse, that's when we struggle with our perimeter shooting, because the defense can get out there and provide resistance. But when we get the ball down and then kick it out where we can get rhythm going, that's when we can be pretty dynamic from the perimeter shooting.
Interesting to see how the freshman Zion Neal handles this Dobyns-Bennett pressure tonight. I thought he was really, as you mentioned, up in the Classic. I mean, played well beyond his years. Greeneville picked up its first 2 wins in the Classic, beating University High and Tennessee High, lost last week to Alcoa. But Neal, I mean, conventional wisdom says that you want to put pressure on the freshman. He showed me up at the Classic that he can kind of handle that pressure.
And you know, for the most part, he was really the only guy that was really consistent, and he was doing it against really high caliber talent, and very impressive. He stayed out of foul trouble. He was on the floor a lot, and you know, we're watching him right now shooting 23, 24 footers at the top of the key, and he's doing it with ease, and he can attack the rim. Only 5'11", but he's got a good frame, an athletic frame, and Coach Woolsey's got himself a good one. And it's just a matter of whether or not the other pieces come together as this season progresses, as they get into the conference play like we are here shortly, as to how this team will advance going forward.
Those teams kind of really similar in the fact they're not very big. You know, they don't have anybody on the roster 6'3" or more. Indians have Daxton Collins, but he's kind of a very specialized role player at 6'6". Nobody else really over 6'3" either.
And that's the one aspect of our team that I think probably concerns Coach Poore a little bit, in that we are such a perimeter-laden team that we've got to find ways to get the ball into the post, either by penetration through our point guard play, or finding someone who can post up and be a passing conduit, so that it forces the defense into the post so you can kick it back out. And that's been a struggle. You said you saw it very nicely the other night.
Yep.
over across the border in Gate City. And when we do that, we've got enough of some offensive threats where we can kick it, reverse it, and with timing, deliver those perimeter shots. We've got guys who can shoot, make 3, 4, 5 in a game on any given night. And if we do that, we're a tough offensive team to handle.
All right, so before we have our starting lineups, we're going to have the presentation of the colors and the playing and/or singing of the national anthem. So we will step aside for a 2-minute timeout. Come back with the starting lineups. Dobyns-Bennett and Greeneville coming up next. You'll hear it live on your Voice of the Indians, ESPN Tri-Cities. We don't have a...
Ladies and gentlemen, our national...
Starting lineup for the Greeneville Greene Devils: Zy Neal, a 5'11 freshman guard; Taryn Clarity, a 5'11 junior guard; Braylon Kidwell, 5'9 junior guard; also Parker Quillen, 5'10 junior guard; and Jordan Mills, a 5'10 junior. So they'll go 5'11, 5'11, 5'9, 5'10, 5'10. When's the last time you saw a team start everybody under 6 feet?
No, it doesn't happen. And that's why tonight I think we've got to find ways to get the ball in the post. Not that we're that big, but we've got to find ways to get it down there and see if we can't force them to collapse, find some double teams, and then kick it out to the perimeter and see if we can find our way to get those open looks.
Elijah Thomas starting for Dobyns-Bennett. Jalen Thomas as well. The other night at Gate City, all three Thomases started. And they will do the same tonight. Tyree Thomas along with TJ Maxwell. And the other one I missed was Caden Cullen. Jumping up, Maxwell and Clarity, and actually Clarity wins the toss. In backcourt it goes to Neal. He'll be picked up by Jalen Thomas. Neal over to Mills. Here comes Clarity off the screen on right side. Guard Elijah Thomas. Back to Neal. To Mills. Now back to Neal. Back to the short corner. Here's a long three by Mills. Left wing good by Jordan Mills. And it's 3-0 Greeneville. Jalen Thomas will be guarded by Quillen. Maxwell checked by Clarity. Maxwell muscling his way in, spins back left. Might have been blocked. Fighting for the rebound. Tyree Thomas has it. Count it. And a foul.
He's certainly got a little bit of size advantage, but he certainly has strength advantage. And there he was able to pull the ball out of the Greene Devils' hands and then muscle up a shot and draw the foul. Off the miss by Maxwell.
And Thomas makes the three-point play. And we're tied at 3. Backcourt Clarity over to Mills. Mills to Clarity. With the basketball is Quillen. Quillen over to Mills. Mills stutter steps. Shut down by Elijah Thomas. Rips cross court. This is Kidwell. In the corner, another three by Mills. This time no good. Rebound Maxwell. Ahead to Jalen Thomas. Thomas leaves it for Maxwell. Left side, here's a three by Cullen. That's going to be long. Rebound is chased down, I believe. Yes, indeed. Quillen has it for Greeneville. He'll hand it to Neal. Neal double teamed off his leg, diving for it. And it was Neal first to touch it in backcourt, and that's a violation. Turnover.
Well, nice little trap across the timeline by the Indians. And forced Neal. A little bit of inexperience there, maybe. Instead of crossing the timeline, should have recognized and seen that trap about to set and get the ball to a teammate.
Tyree Thomas on right wing, back out to Jalen. Here's Maxwell in the corner to Cullen. Cullen working against Quillen, over to Jalen. Jalen driving on Kidwell. A long three by Maxwell's good by TJ Maxwell. He had a big hand in his face too.
And coming up from the right corner, just flashed up to the right wing and didn't hesitate. If you don't hesitate, then the defensive resistance really shouldn't affect you.
Quillen in the left corner, shut down by Cullen. Back out top to Neal. Neal driving right, gets Thomas up in the air, and then the foul called on Jalen Thomas. Nice little move by Neal, get free. Really, the foul called after he had the advantage, got the Dobyns-Bennett's favor. Thomas the foul.
He's going to be a nice player. Really fun to watch him develop. Just wonder how big he's going to end up being. Right now, only 5'11". Going to force him to have to play point guard, I think.
You need to get subs in. Levi Webb in. Carter Atwood is in. Henry Hill is in. There's a three by Quillen. Left wing shot short. Rebound taken by Atwood. Atwood for the Tribe. Lobs it ahead to Webb. Webb, tough catch in the lane in traffic. Goes reverse, back out top. Henry Hill fakes the three, drives baseline. Out to Atwood. Atwood to Maxwell, top of the key. Maxwell drives. Takes an extra step to Thomas. Elijah Thomas stumbling in the lane and traveling. .63 Indians. 5:16 to go first period. Inbound to Mills. Excuse me, Mills. Back over to Neal against full court pressure. Long pass to Quillen. They'll give it to the trailer. Flaherty, and it's stolen away Thomas as they try to get in the corner to Kidwood. Here's Atwood to Elijah Thomas. Crossover dribble of Thomas. In the paint, took a hard shot. Flaherty looked like he was coming out from his safety position and knocked Thomas down in the lane. Flaherty should be on the Tennessee Sports Writers All-State team released tomorrow morning. Indians in the game. Garrison Jones in for the Tribe. Maxwell goes out. Inbounds to Jones. Hands it to Atwood. Atwood in the paint. Back to Hill. Hill launches a three. Shot Henry Hill. Back iron. Front iron no good. Tipped and grabbed by Greeneville. That's Ryan Maggart in the game who got it for Greeneville. Here's Neal driving the lane. Kind of moved in the defender and drew the foul. Greene Devils also in the game have William Woolsey in the game. Indians will get the inbound defenders in. That's Colorado and Collins. Collins guarding Neal on the inbound. Bounce inside to Woolsey. It's thrown away. They said it was kicked.
I guess so. So we'll reset it.
Wow. Well, who kicked it? I didn't see it. I guess they did. Neal inbounds again. Way out top to Quillen. Takes the three, moves inside. 18-footer by Quillen. Won't stay down.
Good rebound there. Great rebound by Webb.
Henry Hill drives left baseline. Hill takes a contact. Their shot rejected. In there, I believe that was Clarity that took away the ball. And Greeneville has it. Neal. Clarity out top. Clarity over to Quillen. In the corner to Woolsey. Woolsey back to Quillen. Quillen on the drive. Quillen all the way around the horn. Can't get away from Hill and knocks it away. Trying to save it. Diving out of bounds. Can't do it. It stays with the Greene Devils. Jones, Cutlip, and Atwood back for Dobyns-Bennett. Again. If I call their name, they're in the game. How's that for subs? Can't do that every twist.
Jeez.
Inbounds to Neal, double team. Somehow stayed his dribble, ticked away by Hill. Henry Hill all the way down, layup by Hill, no good, dunk home, and they're going to call offensive goaltending on Jones.
I don't know about that one. That's not the right call. That ball was off the rim. Yeah. I got a perfect angle of that one.
I think he's being questioned. They're going to talk about it.
I mean, I had a perfect line, and that ball is completely off the rim.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
That ball was not on the rim, and he's got a terrible angle
the worst
anyway.
Angle of anybody.
Yeah. Underneath
the basket. Here's a steal by Cutlip. Cutlip's going to take it all the way this time. Cutlip in for the layup. Clarity hammers him in a foul. I'll tell you what, that Clarity's athletic.
He really is.
He caught up.
That's 2 fouls on him, isn't it?
Yes.
He's a football player, huh?
Yep. Cutlip to the free throw line for the Tribe. Missed the first. 3:39 to go first period. Kind of low scoring here. Greeneville got some subs in. Let's see who they are. I didn't catch him. I think. Maybe it was just Kidwell coming back. I guess so. Cutler makes the second. 7-3 Indians. Kidwell up the floor to Woolsey. Over to Mills. Shot blocked out of bounds.
Yeah, really nice play by Webb on a very athletic move on the drive by Mills, who got way up, but Webb stayed right there with him.
Inbounding Greeneville. Gets in the corner to Mills. Kidwell back in the corner. Here is a three by the freshman, Zion Neal, and it's good. 7-6. Good inbounds play by the Greene Devils. Collibro over to Webb. Henry Hill, right wing down to Collibro, and we've got an offensive foul called on Dobyns-Bennett on Daxton Collins.
Yeah, I think that's right. And we talked about it in the girls' game. It's just it's an art form. Is the screen, and at the high school level, it's just you just see it all the time. It's not set properly, or it's not set squarely. And a lot of times the offensive player with the ball doesn't give it time to set.
Neal with it for Greeneville. Neal harassed by Atwood. Over to Woolsey. Comes open for three. Shot is an air ball. Kidwell trying to save it. Does so to Woolsey. Back to Mills. And Mills called for a travel.
Yeah, good help defense there on the weak side by Hill. Came running over. And Mills wasn't ready for it. Third turnover by Greeneville.
7-6, 2:52 to go in the first. Maxwell to Cutler, left wing. Hill off the screen, top of the key, driving right side of the lane, back to Jalen Thomas. And another offensive foul on
another
the
one
Indians.
again. Same thing, and that one right there was on Jalen, the ball handler. He never gave Hill a chance. I know that Coach Boer's yelling at Hill, but that screen is really off at Jalen. Never gave him a chance to set it. He ran off it way too soon.
Inbounds. This is Maggart. Back out front to Mills. Stopped at the free throw line. Over to Kidwell. Here's Maggart. A three from the right side. Good. Off the bench. Ryan and Maggart knocks down the three. Greeneville leads 9-7. Cullett for three. Opposite corner. Good. 10-9 Dobyns-Bennett.
A good feed by Jalen Thomas there off the drive and kick. Again, that pulls the defense off the right side. And that left Cullett open enough to deliver that right corner three.
Neal ahead to Woolsey. Back to Neal. Jones all over him. Neal picks up the dribble, double team, splits it to Kidwell in the corner. Maggart, opposite corner three, missed this time. Jones tips the rebound to himself. Jalen Thomas in transition. Over to Cutler. Maxwell, shot long. Neal the other way for Greeneville. No numbers. The freshman will hold up, wait for Mills. Fakes the three, drives by Maxwell. Shot off the glass, good by Jordan Mills.
And Mills recognized the open middle. Jones really wasn't ready for that. Ooh.
Underneath, Elijah Thomas wrapped up and fouled by Mills.
Pretty good defensive play, I thought. Okay. Elijah to the line, has yet to take an official shot. 1:21 to go. Greeneville up by a point. And to your point, they're getting better. There's no question.
Free throw by Thomas, too strong, no good.
Don't let this 2-14 record fool you.
Second toss coming for Thomas, who missed the first. Got that one. Tied at 11. With 1:18 to go. First pitch. Neal. Cross court to Maggart. To Woolsey. Back to Kidwell. To Woolsey. Maggart. Neal. Fakes the pass to Quillen. Maggart. This is Kidwell again.
Well, they move it pretty well, don't they?
They do.
They really have had no trouble with the press.
Beat the press with the long pass. Here's a steal by Thomas. Elijah to Tyree. Tyree all the way down and count the layup. Good by Tyree.
Good body control right there against the back help defense. And he really soft-stepped that one beautifully off the left side for the big fella. Yes, really nice play by the big fella.
Tipped away by Hill. Picked up by Elijah Thomas to Jalen. Jalen crossover into paint and threw it back out off of Greeneville out of bounds. Fortunate that ball found Maggart because Jalen threw it really not knowing who was there. In for Greeneville is Amir Knight. Maggart was getting an earful over there. There's Elijah. Elijah, change of pace. Baseline out top, wide open. Maxwell three. Good by TJ Maxwell.
Well, that's the inside game that we talked about that I think was important against a smaller team that forces the defense to collapse. And that leaves your perimeter shooters open. And Elijah found Maxwell wide open right wing.
Woolsey to Kidwell. Tipped away from behind by Hill. And it's going to stay with the Greeneville. Hill tried to sell it, but that's the end of the first quarter. End of one, Dobyns-Bennett 16, Greeneville 11. Back in 60 seconds on ESPN Tri-Cities. All right, we're back here at the Buck Van Huss Dome. It'll be Dobyns-Bennett basketball to start quarter number 2. Indians leading 16-11. The Tribe scored the last 6 points of that first period. Cullip, Atwood, Webb, Hill, and Tyree Thomas in for Dobyns-Bennett. Atwood back to Henry Hill. Hill behind the back dribble. Hill in the paint out to Cullip. Three from the right corner. Good by Caden Cullip.
Good drive and kick. Hill created the opportunity. Cullip in his favorite spot.
Yep. Here's back in there with 2 fouls is Clarity to Woolsey. In the corner, Quillen for a three is good by Parker Quillen. 19-14. Quillen, Clarity, Neal, Kidwell, and somebody else for Green. In the corner, Atwood. Atwood tries to go baseline out to Cullip for three, no good. Tyree Thomas, the rebound, good with the left-hand finish.
Just muscled his way in between the two defenders right there. A little bit taller, had a little greater reach. And that was all the difference to get that loose ball. What I liked is he kept the ball high, and that allowed him to get the ball up off the glass.
Down there is tipped away by Atwood. Diving with the steal is Webb. And here's Atwood. Atwood cross court to Hill. Hill fakes the three in the paint. Spins back left. Cutlip. Another catch and shoot three off the mark. Rebound is Clarity and a timeout called by Greeneville.
Yeah, that one there a little bit quick. I'm not sure he caught that cleanly. The ball kind of looked like it came out of his palm. And it came out a little bit flat without a whole lot of rotation. But a good timeout by Coach Woolsey. This game's starting to get a little bit away from him, I think. Momentum starting to float towards the Indians.
The pace was starting to float that way too, for sure. They called the quick timeout, kind of just to gather the troops and settle them down and give them a breather too. That first 90 seconds of this period was pretty hectic.
Well, the Indians, sort of like what we talked about in the girls game, they shuffle players in all the time. I mean, they get 10-second, 15-second, and before you know it, somebody else is coming in. And I don't know that Greeneville goes that deep. So the fatigue factor could be an issue for the Devils. throughout this game.
Inbounds to Kidwell. Kidwell back over to Clarity, up to Mills, cross court to Kidwell. Kidwell foul line to Woolsey, back to Mills for a three. That shot's going to be too strong. Long rebound, Maxwell. TJ Maxwell all the way, kick out to Hill, fakes the three, back to Atwood. Atwood's three, no good. Tipped by Webb, no good, but a foul inside on Greeneville.
I think they're going to give Maxwell 2 shots.
I thought Webb tipped it.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, Webb, yeah. Yeah, that was in the act of shooting.
Yeah.
That's a controlled tip. Atwell on the 3-point miss. That was right on line, right in front of us.
I thought it was going in. I think he did too. Webb's free throw's good. 22-14 Tribe. Second shot by Webb. That one's good. 23-14. Mills on the inbounds, up the floor to Woolsey. Woolsey back to Mills, over to Kidwell. Kidwell in the paint, shot good by Kidwell. Braden Kidwell's first bucket. 23-16, Atwood to Maxwell. Cullip on the right side. Over to Maxwell. Maxwell wants to drive on Clarity, but Clarity's too quick for him. Maxwell over to Thomas, Elijah.
I really like the way they're moving off ball. Kind of a pass and cut offense.
Here's a steal by Clarity. Clarity tripped going down the floor, and Cutlip will chase it down and save it for the Indians, but he threw it away, knocked out of bounds by Kidwell, who couldn't control it.
And not a lot of screening by the Indians, but what they're doing is just kind of passing and cutting. And they're running baseline. It just makes the defense work. And eventually somebody's going to get open, particularly if they can get the ball in and around the paint. They can flip it outside.
Jones driving on Mills, lost it. Ball on the floor. Jones somehow got it. And then somebody called a 30-second timeout. I guess that was the Indians.
I don't think it came from the bench, though. I think it was somebody, maybe Cutlip over there on the floor may have called it.
Interesting.
It did not look to me as if the official who called the timeout, it looked like he was looking right at either Garrison Jones, who was scrambling for it, or Cutlip. And 23-16. Indians starting to, I think their depth is really starting to impose a little bit of an issue against the Devils here.
5:13 to go here in the first half. Indians by 7.
Culebro now in and Cutlip out. Hill back in.
Lob inbounds to Maxwell. Maxwell to Culebro. Culebro hands it to Hill. Hill to Elijah Thomas.
Oh, good play.
Jones. Jones will lay it up and in.
Yeah, nice little backdoor cut off that little top screen on the right wing. It's a set play off that inbounds, and it worked beautifully.
25-16. Neal in backcourt, lobs it over to Mills, ahead to Clarity in the corner. A catch and shoot by Baggert is short. Rebound Jones. Jones to Culebro. Culebro holds up. Culebro to Jones. Jones bumped from behind and take it down. Left-hand finish, good by Jones.
Nice play off the contact. Got bumped like he said, but was able to control his feet and drive it down the left side and hit it off the glass. That's 2 in a row by Maggart, well short.
Yeah.
One from the right corner that was short, and that one right there from the left corner, just not even to the rim. And both of them wide open.
Foul called on Elijah Thomas on the foul, on the rebound.
Jones with a couple of really good offensive possessions, and he'll go to the bench.
For the inbounds defenders. Lob out front to Mills. Mills, Woolsey in the corner. Neal has it. Neal.
Hesitated just enough, didn't
Yep.
he? You can shoot over resistance. You just can't hesitate. And he hesitated there, and that allowed Elijah to get right back to him.
Corner. Kidwell back to Neal. Neal on the sideline. Tries to go down low, threw it away. Collabro the steal. Ahead to Maxwell. Restolen by Woolsey. Woolsey for the Greene Devils. Double team. Ball taken away by Thomas. That's not a jump. Let it play out. This stops the action.
Yeah, there's no jump there. That's a steal.
That's a steal.
That's a steal. He lost control of it.
Yeah.
Elijah had full control of it.
Inbounds to Neal. Neal long pass to Maggart, threw his hands out of bounds.
Good defense there. Good pressure by the Indians in the backcourt. Forced Neal to go diagonal across court and just launched it over the head of the Indians bench. It's 8 turnovers now for the Greene Devils. Indians have 5.
Thomas to Hill to Elijah to Maxwell. Jalen Thomas out front over to Elijah, and he walks. Had to 3 maybe, decided to drive. And
That's exactly right. When he took the ball, instead of catching it and gliding off the catch, he caught it in a standstill and then tried to go, and that's when he picked it up. The pivot.
Neal to Kidwell.
You need to catch that off the glide, and that takes your momentum into the attack.
Neal.
And he didn't do that.
In the corner to Neal. 3 ball, no good. Rebound, Jalen Thomas had it. It's knocked away down there by Woolsey. It's a tough shot for Neal. Not a great pass into the pocket, as you say.
No.
Had to reach over to grab it and didn't really collect himself very well. Still 27-16. Been scoreless for a bit here. Maxwell to Hill, right wing.
Weren't they up 11-10?
Yes.
Is this not a 17-5 run?
Yep. Maxwell fires the 3. Front iron, no good. Elijah Thomas the rebound. He takes it to the rim and scores.
Beautiful.
Nice shot by Elijah Thomas. 29-16, another steal. That one by Elijah in the corner to Henry Hill for 3. No good. Fighting for the rebound. Ball on the floor. Tyree down there with it. He's tackled from behind. Tyree rolling over defenders and a timeout called by Dobyns-Bennett. Funny, get a jump ball called out here when somebody just takes it away, but there's 4 people down here and involved in a scrum, and that's not a jump.
Yeah, there's got to be some sort of, I'm not sure what the rule is, to be honest, but just because you have your hand on it doesn't mean there should be a tie-up. You know, the tie, it's like you said, the tie-up should be reserved for when there is people lying on the floor.
Yeah.
And you do that to prevent, scuffles. You don't want fights turning out of it. But when you're standing up like that and somebody grabs in there and rips it out of your hands, that's not a jump ball. Indians starting to take control of this game. Kind of imposing their pressure and their speed and their depth, really. Ooh.
Inbounds to Tyree. Tyree muscling down the lane and draws a foul.
And recognize the matchup advantage too. Even though he was a little bit further away from the basket than maybe he would have liked. Much bigger size against Woolsey. And he took it right down the middle of the lane and drew the foul.
Jalen inbounds and threw it away. Neal the steal. Neal behind the back dribble in the paint, goes for the layup and scores a layup. That's a freshman.
Yeah.
Mercy. 29-18. Cutler back out top to Webb will fire a 3. Shot by Levi, no good. Tyree Thomas battling, but it's Clarity winning it. Clarity.
I like that drag play. Where the trailer gets the 3-point opportunity.
Clarity over to Neal. Neal back to Clarity. This is Quillen. Clarity will fire a three that's way off the mark. Rebound by Henry Hill. Hill over to Cullen. Cullen leaves it for Webb. Back to Cullen. Jalen over to Webb. Henry Hill drives right baseline. Pulls up from 10 feet. Tough shot. Rebound Clarity. Over to Neal. Neal working left side, spinning back right, double teamed. Ball on the floor and a foul called on Dobyns-Bennett. I think it's on Jalen Thomas. 1:05 to go in the half, 29-18 Indians. Neal inbounds to Kibble. Clarity back to the basket, driving. Here's Woolsey in the corner for a three. It's an air ball. On the floor, Jones has it. Out to Atwood. Atwood to Hill. A three from the left corner by Hill is good. Henry Hill knocks down the three. 32-18. Woolsey. Back to Neal. Neal in the paint, down low, wide open. Quillen missed the layup. Webb rebounds for Dobyns-Bennett. Atwood.
Complete blew it.
Yep. Atwood, no look to Jones. And Cullup is telling him, what are you doing trying the low percentage pass?
Yeah.
Where I'm standing down here in the corner wide open, right in front of you.
A lot of times, those no-look passes, those kind of shake and bake moves, the only people they fool are their teammates.
Yeah. Atwood didn't fire the three. 20 seconds to go to Hill. Jones on right wing. To Webb. Cullup. Henry Hill, a three from the left corner. Got another one. 35-18.
Okay, for the Indians to be good, Hill has to make perimeter shots. I know they've got others. Don't get me wrong.
He double dribbled right there in front
of us. Yeah, he really did. But Hill's got to make perimeter shots. Good two possessions there by Henry there to close out the quarter, and the Indians up 35-18. Let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back with some of the stats, and Steve will kind of wrap things up there, that first half. The Indians hold 17-point lead. You're listening to ESPN Tri-Cities.
Oh, crap. What is going on?
Your Dobyns-Bennett Spirit Shakers.
Oh, we got wires all over the place. You got me? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good. What a concept.
New year.
Yeah.
New
Good to be back.
Indiana.
The Spirit Shakers are under the direction of Anna Lowry and Maggie Brewer, presenting the 2026 Dobyns-Bennett Spirit Shakers.
That's a big play right there.
Oh, yeah.
He just dropped the ball.
I think Indiana-Miami would be a great.
been chosen to participate in tonight's half-court shot following. The season's half-court is sponsored by On Center Yoga and Fitness. Make sure you scan the QR code on the screen or at the ticket entrance at the next game to participate. All right, John, have a shot. $100. Split. Nice try, John. On Center Yoga and Fitness in downtown Kingsport offers a warm, welcoming space where convenience meets care, led by experienced instructors dedicated to your well-being. Whether you're ready to build strength, improve flexibility, or find balance, or simply recharge, every class is designed to meet you where you are and help you feel your best. No one goes home empty. We want to thank Wheelhouse Print and Design for a t-shirt for John Pendleton. Wheelhouse Print and Design in downtown Kingsport, and thanks to On Center Yoga and Fitness. Thank you.
haven't seen that a lot this year, but you got to be able to adjust to that. And then, you know, when you're not hitting shots, man, I just, you know, you have to fight through that. And I thought, you know, second half, Carly hit 2 big threes, and she's not been shooting it well. So that was really big for her to step up, because normally she'll shy away from it. She hit one the other night, which was good. She's been shooting it good in practice. You know, freshman, or, you know, Reese is a little bit in that freshman valley right now. She'll come out of it. That's normal. Every kid goes through it, you know. But she still hit some shots for us, and we got to have her out there, man. She can attack. She can score. You know, she's a blessing to our team. So we'll be all right. They'll be charged up for Tuesday. There's no doubt about that.
Sally didn't even score in the first half.
No.
Came out, had 12 points in the second half. Played her guts out.
I'm going to tell you what. I've coached some competitors.
Yeah.
She might be the one. I mean, that kid, she had nothing in her tank.
Right.
And she's like, Coach, put me on the wing there late. I want to trap.
Well, I thought she broke both her elbows down here, and then she got back up and made a couple more plays before you took her out.
She's a warrior, and sometimes we have to take her out.
Yeah.
You know, she hit that 3. Last thing I would do is take her out, but she couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
And so we can get her back in real quick, you know. But, oh, yeah, she's a warrior, man. Gosh, I love coaching that kid. I really do.
Well, you hate to see such a valiant comeback to come and eventually fall 4 points short, but You know, I think you overcame a 20-point lead in about 8 minutes of action.
Yeah, and those games grow you up a little bit. You know, when you're young, you got to learn. You know, we got to learn why we got to that point. We can show them on film. We can talk about it. You know, I don't know. I mean, it sounds crazy. Maybe we need to script our first few possessions just to get us moving.
Yeah.
It's our motion offense. Sometimes you come out and you're not in a rhythm right away. And that, you know, it's funny though. Saturday at AC Reynolds, man, we came out and we were like, we were sharp as a tack. So
well, I really thought the difference between the halves was early. It was a lot of dribbling.
Yeah,
you dribbled into
too
trouble.
much, yes.
And then the second half, boom, boom, boom. The ball stayed in the air more and less on the floor. And when that happens, the defense has to shift.
Yeah.
And they get there late, and all of a sudden you get a couple open shots. You make them. You start having some confidence. Offense is fun.
Right.
And then you want to play harder on defense. They do a good job of double screening in and around the paint. That's hard for young kids to understand.
Right.
But the zone really helped. And now all of a sudden things start to perk up a little bit. And before you know it, you look at the scoreboard and you're back in it.
Yeah.
And
you're exactly right. That early offense, you know, we were quick. We were 1 second decisions, and we weren't doing that.
Yeah.
We still got to grow into that. It's a whole new concept for us
You
this
think
year.
after 2 months of basketball, we're ready for conference now?
We're probably ready now. I mean, some of them got to start tonight.
Yeah,
we just got to wait a little bit longer.
All right, Coach. We'll see you back here on Tuesday, man.
All right, roll tide.
Appreciate it. All right. That's Coach Bill Francis after tonight's 4-point loss to Greeneville. Mark, you might have some quick numbers.
Yeah,
for us.
real quick. I'll tell you what. Let's just do points for the
Okay.
Indians. 7 each for Tyree Thomas and Caden Cutlip. 6 for Maxwell. 6 for Hill. 4 for Garrison Jones. 3 for Elijah Thomas and 2 for Levi Webb. And for Greeneville, 5 each for Neal, and for Mills, 3 each for Maggart and Quillen, and 2 for Kidwell. So there we go.
There you go. We're back to action here. Indians with the ball second half, and Greeneville coming out in relentless full court press. And there's a steal by Clarity. Clarity intercepted that one. He's done that before. Driving baseline Quillen. Quillen double team down there. Forces a shot up. No good. Rebound Maxwell.
Little different shaped ball, though, I get, Grant.
Yeah. A little bit different shape. Elijah Thomas, 3 right corner. New strong. Maxwell the rebound. And they say he stepped on the end line before he could slam it off the back of Mills.
Well, the one stat I will say is Greeneville only had 3 made baskets inside the arc.
Yep. Up the floor. And there's a 4th as they get it over to Quillen for the layup on the feed from Kidwell. 35-20. Maxwell out top. Over to Jalen. Elijah working against Neal. Gets by him in the lane. 14-footer, no good. Rebound, Neal has it. Neal. Comes a double team. He'll get rid of it to Mills. In the corner, Clarity for a 3. Good by Taryn Clarity, his first bucket of the game. 35-23. Maxwell out front. To Jalen Thomas. Over to Maxwell. Wide open 3, Maxwell, no good.
And notice that he looked at the floor, though, when he shot that ball instead of looking at the basket. Kind of looked at his spot. You know where the spot is.
Yeah. Here's Neal for 3. No good. Rebound, Tyree Thomas had it. Lost it, diving for it. Clarity to Quillen. Fakes to 3 and draws a foul on Tyree Thomas. Indians getting some subs in. Had some guys wanting to check in, then the ball went out of bounds and they switched it up. The subs for the subs came off the bench. Indians were slow getting the guys in there and actually gave Quillen the basketball and then took it back from him. Didn't make everybody happy. Quillen in the left corner, toeing the line, pass down low. Mills, fall away 10-footer, way short. And the ball is going out of bounds, they say, off Quillen. Pretty physical play down low.
That was really physical. I don't have a problem with that, though. It's just good, solid hustle play by 2 players going after the loose ball. Ball squirts out of bounds.
Elijah Thomas over to Atwood. Atwood back to Thomas across the timeline. Rips it cross court to Hill. Hill to Atwood. Atwood in the paint, back to Thomas. Thomas lost it going up. Neal tips it out. Ball still alive, and then it's coming out of there with it is Mills for Greeneville. Mills in the paint, shot good, and a foul on Atwood.
Yeah, Atwood kind of hit him on the head as he was driving by accidentally, and that's a foul every time. Mills will go to the line to polish off three-point play. Greeneville returning the boys' favor with a little bit of a run here to start the third quarter.
Free throw by Mills, rolls around and drops. He's got 8 and the lead down to 9, 35-26. And he's led it by 17. At one point, nice feed from Webb, but missing the reverse layup was Thomas, and rebounding Garrison Jones. 37-26. Indians needed that one. First bucket of the second half. Neal skies to get it. Here's Clarity for three, left wing. Front iron no good. Elijah Thomas a long rebound. Thomas dribbled off the back of his foot, stolen by Neal. Neal's taking it all the way. He nearly lost it on the dribble, but he'll score. He converts anyway, and it's 37-28. It's kind of sloppy right there.
10 turnovers now for the Indians. It's been one of the problems that they've had offensively throughout the years. Just every now and then they just kind of get really out of character offensively. And
Henry
Hill with a nice drive.
Drives to the bucket, 39-28 Indians. Clarity to Mills. Mills leaves it for Quillen. That layup is good. They beat the press. A timeout called by Dobyns-Bennett.
I just don't think you can press good teams at this level. They really know how to break it. They get numbers, they get matchup advantages, and right there, once they get it across midcourt, it's 2-on-1, and they finish with an easy bucket around the rim. And suddenly it's now a 9-point Indian lead that was 17.
Yep, it was 35-18 at the break. What were the Indians shooting-wise in that first half? Because they've not shot it well here in the second.
They were 12 of, let's see here, 12 of 23. And Devils were 7 of 20.
They shot it better in the first half than I thought they did. Didn't feel like they shot it over 50%, did they? I guess they hit some late.
Well, they were 6 of 8 inside the arc.
Okay, yeah. So they were 6 of 15 outside.
They were 6 of 15 outside, yeah.
That's not gotten any better.
No. That basket down here was made by whom?
Quillen. On the most recent one was Quillen. .434 to go here in the third period. 39-30, Dobyns-Bennett on top. Atwood, Webb, Hill, Tyree Thomas, and Cutler for the Tribe. Hill, Tyree in the left corner, drives baseline out to Atwood, who skies up there to get it. Webb, right elbow to Hill. Hill back to Atwood. Atwood lobs it to Cutler. Back to Atwood. Atwood way out deep. Cutler has it again. Atwood to Cutler as Greeneville works in his 2-1-2 zone. Atwood now comes back to the other side. Cutler. Webb, right elbow, spins. He'll just turn and shoot the 15-footer short. Got his own rebound. That one no good. And rebound Greeneville has it. That's Quillen. He'll get it to Clarity. Clarity in the paint, and a foul on Tyree Thomas. And Greeneville to throw it in. Neal to throw it in against the defense of Daxton Collins at 6'6", right in his face. Neal lobs it out top. That's Mills with it. Here is Kidwell. Kidwell all the way to the glass. Missed the left-hand layup. Tipped by Neal, no good. Maxwell clears the rebound. Ahead to Hill. Hill driving all the way to the glass and scoring is Henry Hill. He's got 10. It's 41-30.
That's what we talked about pregame. His ability now to go to the rim and shoot the perimeter. That's just a tough guard. To me, he's the guy that really needs to play well. Good pass. What a great pass.
Mills down to Clarity, somehow wide open on the left low block. One-handed rocket down to him. 41-32. Colibro to Maxwell. Had it knocked away. Trying to save it. Can't. Mills the steal. Mills
got to be stronger with the ball.
Mills lost it. Maxwell picks it up. Hill the other way. Henry all the way down. He'll lay it up and in. 43-32. Here's Cullip. Cullip the steal. Caden Cullip going to the basket. Layup. Cullip good, and now foul on Kidwell, who can't believe it. (45-32). That's how you win Heisman trophies, because you got receivers like that.
Yeah, no kidding. My son-in-law's there at that game.
Is he?
Yeah. His father was from Indiana and a huge Indiana fan.
Wow.
And actually, he was born there.
Yeah.
My son-in-law was born there.
Well, I hate he's not around to watch it. He deserved it.
Yeah.
46-32. Here comes Greeneville with it. I think Cullip hit the extra shot.
He did? Yep. So what was a 9-point climb back by the Devils?
Mills missed the three. Maxwell rebounds for Dobyns-Bennett. Had it tipped away, stolen. This is Maggart over to Woolsey, and he had it knocked away. Now Atwood comes up with the steal. Atwood for Dobyns-Bennett. Atwood to Henry Hill in the corner. Fakes the three. Hill moves closer, pulls up from 12 feet, no good. Tough shot, but Hill was kind of feeling it, I think.
Well,
long outlet to Clarity. Stolen
great
by
play
Atwood.
by Atwood. Good recognition on the right-handed play. Make that for him.
Too strong. Hill the rebound. Hill just had it taken away by Maggart, but now Tyree Thomas takes it back. Muscles a shot up and in with the left hand.
Well, he's played really, really well. That's Tyree.
And it's 48-32, timeout Greeneville.
His strength is really just too much for the Devils, because they don't have anybody that can match up with him down there. And once he grasped that loose ball, he was able to turn on the left side, put it up with the left hand and in. And now the Indians up 16. It's got to be short of their biggest lead.
Almost.
Yeah, it was 35. What was it? 35-18 at half. So they've crawled back once. Was a 17-point lead, then down to 9. And now back up.
Yeah. Kind of weathered the Greeneville run here to start the third quarter.
Well, part of it was their own doing. I mean, just kind of sloppy play, as you said. But they've kind of patched things together. Hill with a couple of buckets. He had 6 at half. He now has 12, so 6 here in the quarter.
Oregon fumbled again. 1:39 to go here. Inbounds, Greeneville has it. Mills. Up ahead, Clarity. Clarity. Gives it back to Neal, to Clarity. Neal off the screen. Gives it to Clarity.
Tough move.
Mills with the shot. Good by Jordan.
Good
Mills.
athletic move there by Parker. By Jordan Mills.
48-34. Maxwell rips it in the left corner. Cullip drives in there. Can't get the shot off from the left baseline. Back to Maxwell. Back to Elijah Thomas. He's been kind of quiet tonight. Just one field goal. Over to Cullip. Cullip. Jalen Thomas working the high post. Out
Good
to
pass.
Maxwell for a three. Good by Maxwell. His third three. 51-34.
Just a really nice rip pass from the top of the key.
And they're driving, and that's going to be a charge on Clarity. What'd you see there?
Well, the rule, to me, the rule is once the offensive player puts his pivot foot down, the defensive player has to be set. And that wasn't the case.
Yeah. Only thing I'll say for him is at least he was out from the basket.
Yeah.
Elijah Thomas rips it over to Cutlet. Jalen on the fake, and I think it got knocked out. No, they say it went off of Dobyns-Bennett. That ball was tipped.
I mean, the ball changed direction. It changed rotation. I mean,
come on.
I mean, gee whiz.
Here's Mills for Greeneville. Over to Maggart, who's back in there.
I'm not going to put down turnover for that. Are you okay with that?
I can live with it.
All right. Just want to make sure.
Maggart for three is good. His second three. 51-37. Cutlet for three from the left corner. In, out, no good. Jones hustling down. Saves it. Did so, but it came off Thomas to Maggart, and Greeneville didn't know how much time was left, and guess what? Neither did I. Even into the third quarter. Score is Dobyns-Bennett 51, Greeneville 37. Back in 60 seconds on ESPN Tri-Cities.
Indiana just scored again.
35-7.
28.
Oh, 28, yeah. I made it 28.
Oh.
They're getting ready to score again off that turnover. We go to the fourth period here at the Buck Van Huss Dome. Steve Wilmoth, Mark Halverson here with you. Indians lead at 51-37. Greeneville basketball as we start this final period. Mills inbounds to Kidwell. Quillen back in there. Woolsey as well, along with Clarity. Indians have the Thomas three trio. Here's Jalen Thomas just ripping away, stealing it, and then taking it back was Mills. Head to Clarity, who goes in and rips down the rim with a dunk. 51-39. Well, that example right there, the steal by Thomas. Here's a steal on the other side. Clarity's taking it back in, and he'll lay it up and in. And just like that, it's 51-41. 10-point game. Gullett over to Thomas. In the corner, Jones driving the baseline and scores.
Well, he's playing a lot more aggressively tonight. This might be the best I've seen him play. I think he's been a little bit tentative at times, but not tonight. Been really assertive, particularly in the offensive glass. Nice rip steal by Jalen.
Here's Jones all the way down. Jones finishes off. 55-41.
Garrison has really run the floor really nicely tonight, getting up and down and attacking the rim.
Quillen, here's Kidwell for three. That's to be long. Off the top of the backboard. Taken by Jalen Thomas. And we've got a double foul down here on the other end with Tyree Thomas and Woolsey tangled up. I think you could have let that one go. Both those guys just had their hands up in the air trying to get away from each other.
Well, I'm not sure you want to get tangled up with number 23. You're going to lose that battle.
Yep.
So is Clarity, does he have some offers at the next level?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure he's a senior, for one thing. Maybe a junior.
Well, he is a junior.
Yeah.
He's 5'11", but boy, he can get up.
He can.
Is he a corner or is he a safety?
I want to say safety.
Okay. Good pass.
Wide open, Maxwell to Webb for the layup, good. And just like that, it's back to 16.
Well, it was a really good cut by Webb, but a great look by Maxwell.
Neal in the corner to Quillen. Shot in the corner, no good. Rebound, Greeneville has it. Oh, Webb knocked down Woolsey. Here's Quillen for three is good. I couldn't see everything going on there. I just saw Webb take Woolsey down from behind. That was a personal foul. Webb back over to Atwood. Atwood lobs it to TJ Maxwell in the corner for three. Good again. He's got 4 threes, and it's 60-44. Neal up the far side. Here's a steal by Maxwell. Maxwell's going to take it all the way in, and Maxwell will dunk it with 2 hands. A timeout, Greeneville. 62-44 with 5:37 to go.
Well, that one was easy to read there by Maxwell. He came from just middle of the front court off that soft cross-court pass, and he picks it up and has that breakaway 2-handed smash. Indians find themselves back up 18 at 62-44. Nice little run here by the Indians as they now take a commanding lead.
Biggest lead of the game now.
There you go. There you go. Oh, gracious. Getting ready to be 35-7 on this TV game that we happen to have in front of us.
Yep. Thinking I'd get home in time to watch the second half of a really good game.
Maybe one we go home to and not even watch.
That's right.
Have we seen the changing of the guard as it relates to the SEC?
I think we've seen a changing of the guard in the fact that money is well distributed across college athletics.
Well, what's happened is I think that the defenses are much improved.
Yes.
And as a result from the spread of the money and the portal and all that combined, I don't know that top to bottom the SEC is any worse than, or not. It's probably still the best conference, but the top teams in the other leagues are now, it's more competitive. It's leveling off.
It wasn't that far away when you thought teams like Indiana and Vanderbilt maybe shuffled out into the super conference, as they used to call it. Now with being able to basically pay players, everybody's got money.
Yep.
Here is Dobyns-Bennett, a pushing foul on Maxwell. I was talking to Mr. Craddock over there. They're big Vanderbilt fans, and I was like, a lot of my friends, Tennessee fans, think Vanderbilt's going away when Pavia leaves, and I'm like, no, they're not. Vanderbilt's got a big endowment, and they got country music stars at their back. They're not going anywhere. Yeah. Their men's and women's basketball teams are both undefeated. Vanderbilt and baseball's always been good, so they're not going anywhere. Anyway, back to this. That's what happens when it's an 18-point lead. You start a sports talk show. And here's Greeneville with it. Out top to Mills. Here's Clarity with it. Clarity over to Mills. Mills back to Clarity. 5 minutes to go. Clarity into Maggart. Maggart in the paint, spins on Atwood, kicks it out in the corner for a three by Quillen. Off the side of the backboard, came right back to him for a floater, good by Quillen. 62-46.
Well, good recognition by Quillen. Notice that he was going to miss that thing wide, and now a steal by Neal. Just completely picked Atwood's pocket. Back tipped it, chased it, easy two.
62-48. Cutlip, a three from the left corner. Count it. On the feed by Henry Hill. 65-48.
That's what good transition basketball. That's what good transition basketball does. Good secondary move by Quillen getting in his, or Cutlip getting in his spot.
Maggart a three, knocks it down on the other end.
And they return the favor.
65-40-51. Boy, Coach Poore was chewing the referee over there big time after that bucket by Cutlip. Here's Atwood. Here's Hill, a three from the right corner. Good by Henry Hill.
Well, Atwood doing a great job of setting up his partners. It's his fourth assist tonight. He really hadn't played that many minutes.
Here's a layup by Quillen is blocked out of bounds by Webb. He called a foul? There's no foul there. Oh my goodness. And then what was the call?
I think we get another double foul. We're calling fouls all over the place.
Webb's trying to ask what he did. He's trying explanation. technical foul on Caden Cutler.
No, I think it's a double technical.
Double. Well,
I think.
Who's the other
Well,
one?
I guess not.
This is the guy that got fouled on the shot, though.
Yeah, it's a double technical.
It's a double technical, but who's the one on Greeneville?
I'm not sure. Maybe
Double
Mills.
technical, nobody's shooting.
Well, this is the foul on Webb.
Clarity, the one that got the technical. Well, Quillen will go to the line for his 2 shots on the rather questionable foul. Okay, boys, here's the deal. There are no one-shot fouls anymore. Maxwell, everybody going for the rebound. Indiana scored, by the way. This game is over. 68-51.
What's Signetti writing down right now? Is he writing down this game is over?
Yeah,
Is that what
he's going to text me that during the break.
he's texting you saying, hey, what's the score of the DB Greeneville game?
Free throw. Quillen missed the seconds. So it's 68 to, he missed both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. 68-51 still. Ball don't lie. There's Thomas, who had it knocked out of bounds. Kidwell coming back for Greeneville. Jalen Thomas inbounds to Elijah. Double teamed in the corner, splits it. Back out to Hill, to Jalen. Down low,
good pass.
Tyree Thomas. For the
Good look by Jalen to Tyree underneath. Tyree's got 11 points here tonight.
Probably career high
Jalen's
for him.
third assist.
70-51. Clarity fakes the pass, drives the lane, floater good by Clarity. Jalen with it. Ahead to Elijah. Elijah across to Jones. Here's Hill, left corner. Fires another 3. In and out, no good.
Good
Rebound,
look.
Mills.
Good look. No hesitation.
Mills to Kidwell. Kidwell, left-hand finish off the glass, good. His second bucket. 70-55. Elijah to Tyree. Fakes.
Good.
Score.
Very good footwork. Good patience. Allow the defender to get up off the ground.
Long
And then
pass
a nice
to Clarity.
soft shot.
Clarity scores on the pass from Neal and a foul called on the Indians.
Well, in an up-tempo game, when you're scoring a bunch, the opposition is going to get more possessions, and they're going to have a chance to score too. So don't get carried away about the Indians not playing defense here tonight. They are playing very, very well. Not sure I like the press necessarily, but in the half court, they've done a nice job. But they are scoring quickly and in bunches, and as a result, Greeneville's just going to get the ball and more often, and they've got a team that's improving. There's no question about that.
Rebound or shot by Clarity is good. He's got 9 in the quarter, 14 in the game, all in the second half. Timeout Greeneville at 72-58. The Indians just can't quite put it away yet. But there's only, 2.5 minutes to go.
Yeah.
Next broadcast, Tuesday night. We're back here at the Dome. We finally begin conference play. I was talking to Coach Francis about that last Wednesday when I was talking to Mary Kate, as a softball player. The way the calendar is, if we'd have started softball and played the same amount of time on the calendar, her season would be over.
Basketball's a long season.
Basketball's a long season.
Yeah.
And we've played, multiple teams have played 20 games already and yet to play a conference
They have to play a
game till
conference
tonight.
game. Well, part of that is because the conferences are so small,
Yes, that's exactly right.
and it's got to change. It's just
Tyree Thomas to inbounds, gets it to Jalen, but he's trapped in the corner, got rid of it. Over to Cutler, up to Tyree. Tyree hammered from behind on the steal. Kidwell out to Neal, lobs it out front to Mills. Mills crosses over, back out.
oh my, wide open. What's he thinking?
Well, he shot 2 air balls. He's thinking he didn't want to get a third.
Yeah.
And he got it to the cutting Mills for the basket. 72-60. Thomas to Thomas. 2:09 to go. Up to Jones. Jones, oh, don't call it. Oh, no, he called a charging foul on Jones. That's not a charge.
That's a flop.
Yeah. Greeneville inbounds. Gets it to Neal. Neal up the far sideline. 2 minutes to go. Neal all the way. Woolsey kicks it out. A three by Clarity is good by Clarity. And it is 72-63. With 1:47 to go. Cutler working against Neal. Gets by him. Cutler back out here to Jalen Thomas. Elijah with it. Cross court to Jalen. Back to Elijah. 1:30 to go. Greeneville still has a lot of fouls. They got 2 fouls to give. Thomas down low to Maxwell for the layup. Good.
That's a great cut by Maxwell. As Tyree had the ball looking to his left, Maxwell coming from the right. And a nice feed, but a great cut by Maxwell.
Elijah Thomas called for a foul. Not a good foul because that puts Greeneville on the line. No reason to reach here. Up 11 with 1:09 to go. That will send Braden Kidwell to the line for 2 shots.
And only 2 fouls so far by Greeneville, to your point earlier.
Second shot is up and good. 74-65 again, and a near turnover by Dobyns-Bennett in backcourt. Maxwell saying he's being held. Maxwell to inbounds. And there's the holding foul called on that one. TJ got the call, didn't he? Still just the 3rd team foul on Greeneville, though. 1:07 to go. Maxwell ahead to Elijah. Elijah back to Maxwell. In the corner to Cullip. Oh, I thought he was going to shoot the 3. Here's Jalen to Atwood. Atwood in the paint, and the foul called on Woolsey. Just team foul number 4. I like those Nike shoes, Coach Woolsey's.
Yeah, get the whole staff in them.
Aren't they? Long inbounds to Maxwell, and a foul called on Woolsey with 1:02 to go.
This should have happened 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
When they were down 15.
William Woolsey has fouled out here. TJ Maxwell to the line for 2. 16 in the game for Maxwell. Shot by Maxwell, that is good.
He's had a good night.
Yep. I think he probably leads the team in scoring with 17.
Yep.
Bill's got 15. Tyree 11. Garrison Jones with 10. Cullen in double figures. We got 5 in double figures, don't we?
Yeah.
Maxwell too strong. Rebound Clarity. 30 a minute to go. Indians up 10. Over to Mills. Mills trying to find Neal, does so. Greeneville using some clock here. Neal nearly lost it. Has to get rid of it to Mills. 44 seconds to go. Mills.
Good defense. Really good defense.
Atwood just took the ball away from Mills. Now Atwood is fouled right here in front of us.
When we needed a defensive stop, we got it. And on even better than that. able to create the steal.
Atwood to the free throw line.
What was it that Dandy Don used to say?
Turn out the lights.
Turn out the lights.
The party's over.
That Monday night crew was the best. It was truly the best.
Yes. 77-65.
Dandy Don.
Greeneville with it. Mills fakes the pass, goes in, and scores with the left hand. A timeout called by Greeneville, down 10 with 14.8 to go.
Yeah, they've got some pieces. Whether or not they have any size to advance much as their conference goes, I'm not sure. Did they score again?
Oh, that was the first play of the game.
Oh. Imagine being Oregon right now, going into halftime and thinking, all right, we're going to stay in this game. We're going to be okay, guys. And it's 35-7.
Yep. Well, I remember being at a game in South Bend, Indiana in 1990. Notre Dame was kicking our butts. And it was 31-7. They had first and goal. Rick Meyer, the quarterback, took an ill-advised sack. They tried to kick a field goal to go up 34-7 at halftime. We block it, run it back for a touchdown and make it 31-14 and won that football game 35-34.
That ain't happening. That ain't happening in this game.
We are not having the miracle. The Chick-fil-A miracle ain't happening
It's
tonight.
not happening in this one.
14.8 to go.
I'll tell you what I've been impressed with is Indiana's defense.
Yeah. Atwood with it for Dobyns-Bennett over to Maxwell. Maxwell back to Atwood inside 10 seconds to go. Ahead to Jalen. He'll give it to Elijah Thomas, who won't take the layup. They'll give it back to Atwood. And the Indians will dribble it out and take this win tonight over Greeneville. The final 77-67. 77-67. Dobyns-Bennett with win number 15 on the season. We're back in 2 minutes with the postgame show. Stick around for that here on ESPN Tri-Cities. Oh, is it? Okay. Well, you need to get him first. You want him first here instead over there? You know that? Yes. Okay. So we're getting Chris first because they're going to put the post game on the board.
Okay. They shot 27 for 46.
Really? Wow. Huh? Right here. Okay. What?
You know who you want.
Who you think I want?
I don't know.
You had 5 in double figures. I'll pick somebody.
Henry, TJ.
All right, we're back here at the Buck Van Huss Dome, joined by head coach Chris Poore and a host of Indians behind me. Indians win it tonight 77-67 over the Greene Devils. Game coach that, man, had so many ebbs and flows to it. You would have a big run. They'd have a big run. That basketball team, we talked about it coming in. They've only got 2 wins on the season. That's very deceptive. That's a very quality basketball team your team beat tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's a chippy and gritty team. You know, exactly what we expected out of them. Really fun ball game. You know, I thought the crowd got into it, and it led to a good win for us tonight.
Yep. 5 players in double figures. I don't have the totals. I think Henry had 17. Or, excuse me, Maxwell had 17. Henry was up there as well. But anytime you get in a basketball game, you get 77 points, 5 guys in double figures, none with 20. It's a good quality desperation of points.
Well, that's when we're at our best. You know, our strength is in numbers. You know, all of our guys are good players, 1 through 11. And, you know, any night, any guy could give us what we need. And tonight I was glad to see a couple guys get their name in the book again and had a good game for us.
Some guys that needed to get some shots to go down did go down tonight, too. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's great energy. You know, I thought we had great effort on both sides. And I thought our guys really showed out and had a good game.
You face a quality club when you put your defensive pressure out there that you can, and they're able to solve it some and get some points on the other end. But overall, defensively, especially in the half court, you guys are really solid against them.
Yeah, well, I really liked our effort. Like I said, our second, third efforts, I thought our guys really got a lot of hands on balls, forced a lot of tough shots, and then came up with some gritty possessions. And we knew they were going to fight back, you know, and that's part of it. And I was glad our guys were resilient to hold that off.
Tyree Thomas, we thought coming in they would struggle with him. He's got size on them, strength on them. Had one of his better games, I thought, tonight.
Well, that plays are up his alley.
Yeah.
You know, he likes to get muddy in there a little bit and play physical. Plays really tough because that's what we need our players to do.
Garrison Jones was really active, really aggressive, getting to the basket. I like his driving mentality tonight.
Oh, he brings energy. You know, we love him. I mean, he brings a different element to our team. And when he's playing confident, man, we're a little bit better team because of it.
Henry hit some big shots. TJ hit some big threes.
Yeah, I felt like we moved the ball well, and I thought we got several guys to shoot threes, you know, and we got some really good looks, and that's what we're trying to get. You know, we're not trying to get a number. We're trying to get guys open looks. These guys put in a lot of time, you know, their craft. So, you know, it's good to see it pay off.
Mark's got some numbers over there. He might have assists and everything totaled up. What do you got over there, Mark?
Well, let's see. We got 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15 assists on 29 made baskets.
Huh? Yeah. 15 assists on 29 made baskets.
Made baskets.
Yeah, anytime you get over 50%, you've done
That's
something.
pretty good.
Right?
Yeah, we had 5 guys in double figures, leading by Maxwell with 17, Hill with 15, Tyree Thomas with 13. Big night from him tonight. Cutlip with 12, Garrison Jones with 10, and 3 each coming from Thomas or Elijah Thomas and Levi Webb, and then 2 from Carter Atwood. So it's a blended scoring. That's like what this team likes to see.
Yeah, that's like what you like seeing it, Henry.
That's exactly right. I like to see my teammates succeed.
There you go. We'll just talk about your game. You hit some big threes tonight for the Indians.
Past few games I've been struggling to hit shots. In this game, kind of just didn't care about my personal outcome, and I just wanted to see my teammates succeed, and that ended up opening shots for me.
They were kind of relentless, too. You guys were relentless. It was a game of back and forth runs. Just what did they do well against you guys?
They pushed the ball well. I feel like as soon as we scored, they were getting the ball out and going.
Yeah.
I think that was our struggle for a little bit, was trying to pick them up as soon as they got the ball in.
Talk about Tyree tonight and what he did down there. He was a man-child, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's clicking now. That's what I like to see. He's physical as he was out here on that football field.
Yeah.
So.
Well, he was playing a football guy over there with clarity, too. And he's going to step out and make a 3 one of these nights, too, isn't he? Because I saw him warming up. He can knock it down.
Yeah, he can knock him down.
Yeah. Well, I thought Garrison Jones was really active tonight. What did you see from Garrison?
I saw him doing himself what he usually used to do at Boone, being athletic, running the floor, finishing above the rim. I said I threw a lob, but I really missed the layup, and he put that thing back down and dunked it. I don't know if that was goaltending or not, but he was being athletic and dominant out there, I thought.
We had a pretty good angle right here. Let's just call it that way. How's that?
All right.
No, I'm going to call it the way it was. It was not goaltending.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, Mark's never one to shy away over there. Well, you guys have played like 20 games now. It's been a long pre-conference season. Well, finally, we're going to play some conference basketball.
I'm excited.
What have you guys done from day one to this day? What are you better at now as you go into conference season than you were early in the season?
I think of our defense understanding. I think that's gotten a lot better. And then making unselfish plays. I think realizing, like, when we all share the ball and make the extra pass and make the play because we love the person, I think that's going to help us succeed more and more.
Yep.
And I think that's what we've grown on from last year a lot, really.
That's what I like about this basketball team is, you know, you've had games you didn't score a bunch, but other guys did. And
Yeah.
you didn't sulk because you didn't get your points. You were happy for your other guys.
Yeah, we love each other.
Yeah.
I'd say that we spend a lot of time outside of basketball together. I mean, a lot of time in the gym, but like we go out to eat together. We spend a lot of time at each other's houses, and I think that really built an off-court relationship that helps us on court.
Well, I'm excited for conference play finally beginning next week. I like the way we're playing basketball. We're ready to roll.
Who we start out with?
Morristown East, right?
All right, yep.
You don't even know?
Sure, we just play to win.
Just play to win.
There you go.
You don't know till you get out there and show up. All right.
Right.
Well, I like that. All right, man. Appreciate
Thank
you very much. Anybody else want to get in? Any other talkers? Caden, you want to talk? TJ wants to talk. Oh, TJ's never wanted to talk. TJ Maxwell joining us here. TJ, great game tonight. Had 4 threes, 17 points, I think, in total. Maybe led your team in scoring. Just talk about the game for you.
I think it went really well on our side. We played great on the defensive side. Showed great effort. And we moved the ball really well tonight.
Tell me about that steal and dunk.
And I just read his eyes and he threw it right to me.
You look like a defensive back out there, baiting the guy to throw it to you.
Sir.
Well, all in all, just we talked about 5 players in double figures. When you guys see that at the end of the game, how satisfying is that for you?
We just all, nobody really pays attention to how much they score as long as we win, but seeing everybody, a lot of people in double digits really means a lot, especially shared the ball really well.
Yeah. Henry talked a little about defense tonight. What about the defense tonight from you guys?
I think we showed great effort, and just everybody was in rotation. Second, third efforts were great.
It was a game, you guys got out, I think, by 17 at halftime. It was like 35-18, and then they came back. They had really strong starts to the third and fourth quarter. What did you guys do to kind of fight back there?
We came out really slow and we all talked and just said we needed to calm down and play how we could play.
Yeah. All right, man, you ready for conference play now?
Yes, sir.
You do know who we're playing next, right? You don't have any idea. It's unbelievable.
One game at a time.
One game at a time. All right. Well, the next game's Tuesday right here, so we'll see you back here.
Yes,
appreciate you, man. Great job.
Thank you.
All right, great job, all you guys. Appreciate you coming over and joining us here post-game. Indians winning over Greeneville 77-67. Mark has some final stats if you want to stick around for that. Go ahead, Mark.
All right, real quickly, let's do it. First of all, for the Indians, they had 35 at half, 16 more in the third, 26 in the fourth, total of 77. They were 19 of 25 inside the arc, 10 of 22 outside, 29 of 47. Pretty good clip, 9 of 12 from the line. 20 rebounds, not that many rebounds, but when you make that many shots, and so did Greeneville, there's not many missed shots to get rebounds for. So 16 turnovers, led in scoring, as we mentioned, by TJ with 17, 15 from Henry. Where are we? 13 from Tyree, 12 from Caden, and 3 each from Elijah and Levi, and 2 from Carter Atwood to total it up. Rebounding, 4 from Garrison, who I thought really played well tonight, really ran the floor beautifully tonight, both ends. Carter had 4 assists. Jalen Thomas had 3 assists, and Jalen had 3 steals as well. For Greeneville, they had 18 at half, 19 more in the third, 30 in the fourth. For their total, they were 18 of 24 inside the arc, 9 of 22 outside, total of 27 of 46. They shot it pretty well too. 4-6 from the line. They had 13 turnovers, and they led. Their leading scorer was Taryn Clarity with 17, 14 from Jordan Mills, 12 from Parker Quillen, 9 from the freshman Zy Neal, and 6 from Braden Kidwell. And their leading rebounder was Taryn Clarity and Braden Kidwell with 3 each, and Kidwell led with 4 assists. So there you go, Steve. There are the numbers.
All right, Dobyns-Bennett improves to 15-6. Lady Indians take a 4-point loss tonight to the Lady Devils. We're back here Tuesday night, conference action. Big East Conference, District 1 4A finally underway after 2 months of playing basketball. Morristown East in the Buck Van Huss Dome. I hope everybody comes back out on Tuesday. Conference play is very, very important. We want to see all Indian fans here at the Buck Van Huss Dome. For Mark Halverson, Steve Wilma, thanks to the Dobyns-Bennett Sports Administration having ESPN Tri-Cities tonight on the YouTube feed. We appreciate that very much, being the audio for the video. And thanks to Scott Stevens Our Scott Stevens back at the studio at ESPN Tri-Cities World Headquarters, backing us up here tonight. We greet you about 5:45 next Tuesday afternoon from the Buck Van Huss Dome. For Mark Halverson, I'm Steve Wilmoth. So long, and Roll Tribe. You've been listening to Dobyns-Bennett Indian Basketball and Lady Indian Basketball on ESPN Tri-Cities.